Yeah. We did it. Wait, why can't I hear you guys? What the I apparently break all things. Does that work? Nothing is coming through for you guys. Through Twitch, nothing is coming through.
Glenn.
There it goes. It's fine. It just started working. I didn't change anything. Just it works now.
I have no idea how you accomplished this. You are the only
I don't
person
change anything.
that I hang out with, like, in all streaming and that stuff like that. You're like, I don't touch anything, but things break constantly.
Well, it's just that digital routing is an idiot. I don't like it.
I agree with you there. But we're here.
We're here.
So funny.
All right, so we got out of combat. They sent us away, right?
Yeah.
The start of the episode.
Yeah.
And we ended up traveling to...
Well,
what?
We
somehow have 14 people hanging out, by the way.
Roll? What are we doing here?
I don't...
I think we're just committing
I didn't write
We got to
one.
committee it.
Yeah.
Next week,
So we
you
had
have
the
to
writ
do
of
it.
passage. I will. I normally write it right afterwards.
Maybe I just don't run a tight ship, or like Glenn.
No.
Like,
this is 100% on me. I completely forgot to write it, and then it was 3 weeks later.
I swear to God. All
I
right.
love it.
So anyway, I rolled a 20, and I pick everybody.
I concur with
No.
Sure.
So I'm gonna try to go through this. Mystic, feel free to correct me for anything that I forgot. This is my fault, so I'll try to get through it. You guys can too. So we got out of combat with Redbeak soldiers, and we received our writ of passage. We traveled to the Owlfolk City, right?
The Owlfolk
Okay.
part of the city, to be
Part of the city, right?
Yeah.
The part that we weren't allowed in until we had that writ.
That's correct.
And then when we got there, we went straight to the guy's house, right? Did we stop at a pub, or was that a different episode?
Stopped at a tavern.
We did stop at a tavern. Okay. Right, because we were eavesdropping and eating, and we were talking about the diets of a bunch of different creatures. So we ended up going to...
And you talked to an interesting ibis-headed Aarakocra, who is the owner of the establishment, Shiori.
Shiori, right.
Who, as it
and
turns
they gave
out,
a bunch of good information.
Yeah. Yeah. As it turns out, he was from Cloak. And he said he'd been around there for about, 40 years.
And Cloak is where Cascade was born? Created? No.
It's the lawless district.
Oh.
Pirates, mercy.
God, I'm sorry.
It's Tortuga.
I'll get it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is Tortuga.
A lawless
And then-
hierarchy run.
Okay. Did he guided us to where we needed to go talk to
Well, we went to the city districts first because there were some of the attacks. There were attacks on local citizens.
Mm-hmm.
And so we went to the residential district to see if we could gather information before heading off from the most recent victims to see if they could point us in any direction, or just see if there's any general information, gauge a direction, if there's a pattern or whatever, which led us to the household of Shingitsu house.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we saw Shingitsu's daughter at an altar, or a shrine, and convinced her to let us meet her father, who was very abrasive. And I'm pretty sure that he doesn't like me. I don't know why. I've got a 5 charisma. No, he should like me, right? It might be 4. Tabbed 4 charisma. You're right. 4
Oh my
charisma.
god, I didn't realize that you had such low charisma.
I think he needs
No,
a modifier.
plus 4.
He
Plus
needs a
4.
modifier
Sorry.
because he's.
Oh,
my
a
Plus
plus 4.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
my
no.
god.
No, not
You
4
have -3 charisma.
How would you even play that? Jesus.
I hate everything.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of
You
a
have
character Max?
leprosy.
No, plus 4 to charisma. But anyway, so we talked to him and he told us about how his daughter was attacked in their own home, and gave us access to her bedroom to do some investigation. I believe.
It was our bedroom.
Oh, it wasn't
Or
her
it was-
bedroom?
No, it
It
was
was,
like
It was like a loom.
Oh,
Yeah, with
Like there was a room with a loom and a
Yeah.
weaving space. Yeah.
and
crafts.
you could see their family designs
Oh,
right.
being weaved.
yeah,
Yeah.
for their outfits. Okay, I do remember.
What had possibility?
Yeah, we did a bunch of investigation. Yep, and saw outside their window, and then we theorized maybe they were being carried up from below, and all of that. Yep, found the claw marks. I followed them down and saw some were-rats, but they didn't see me. I flew back up, and we decided to pursue them, and I think that's where we ended.
Yes.
Also clear.
Sorry.
It's,
I have
it's-
terrible short-term memory.
Well, it's easy. We woke for ambush. That was it. With this one,
Yeah,
a lot
we
of,
killed a bunch
social
of
intricacies.
things.
Yeah.
So basically, that is what happened. So the guards, they approach you after you. Nobody gets fucking inspiration for that. I'm sorry, you guys.
That's fine. I think that's fair.
I don't feel very
guards,
inspired.
I'm sorry. The guards, once you leave and kind of explain where you were going, because you had said that you wanted to talk to the guards about it, they say you don't want to go out into the fog at night, especially don't want to go down that road, because the were-rats, they are more active and more aggressive at night. So they are advising you that might be a bad idea.
Right, but wouldn't we want to save her as soon as possible? If they're more aggressive at night,
No, she's
then
already
she
dead.
might.
Oh, she's dead.
She's dead. Oh,
She
fuck.
was killed. Yes, yeah, she's killed. Yeah.
I take another drink of my alchemy jug. Right.
Wrong character.
No. All right, she's already dead. I thought she was just kidding me.
No,
I don't know where I was 3 weeks ago, but I apparently wasn't here.
Not here.
I apologize about that.
No, you're fine.
All right, so she's already dead. So yeah, do you have accommodation for us or somewhere where we can purchase some?
I mean, we don't, but I'm sure you can find something. I mean, the tavern that you were at before has housing. You seem to get along fine with the proprietor.
Does that work for you too?
Yeah, I mean, if they're willing, we'll pursue them. And no, wait, no, wrong character. I have to get I forgot. This character has a voice. I mean, if they're willing, and if it's all right with them, we'll do that.
All right. Oh. I back out into the wrong character there. All right, I need a second. All right, then we'll just have to find 3 roosts and call it a night. Cascade, are you there? Are you staring at this painting?
Huh?
Do the colors fascinate you?
Oh, I was missing.
We're going to go back to the tavern that we were at earlier, whose name escapes me.
Shiori.
Was that the tavern?
Chakra from...
Yeah.
It was the name of the
Yeah,
proprietor?
Shiori.
Oh, I didn't know
That's
that.
his name.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's
Okay.
Shiori, the owner of Shiori.
All right. We're going to go to Shiori's Try to worry and get a room. Multiple rooms preferred.
So, he's glad to oblige you. Yeah, it's going to be about probably full gold. We'll take anything.
Pour gold for a room.
Yeah, no, for 3 rooms
Oh,
and
okay.
food.
I was going to say, I thought you might have been extorting us because of our uniqueness.
Put it down. 4 gold. On me, friend.
And I'm the most unique thing you're ever going to see.
Right, no,
I'm the only one of
I
my
wasn't
type.
trying to insult you. I thought you were trying to insult us for a second.
No.
Right.
And he just kind of looks at you with like a sidelong glance.
We get discriminated here. For some reason, the owl folk don't like us. I don't know.
I wonder why.
Yes, it's
are you being
strange.
purposely vague? Because
A little
that's
bit.
not going to help you here.
No, I figured as much. I may not be the most intelligent, but I certainly can read people. Sometimes.
Well, maybe you should use that then.
Insight check. No, I'm just kidding.
If you want to.
Got your ass.
All right, I will just take this. I'm gonna reach and grab the key, and head up to my room.
Yeah, and you have several of time that you can do whatever you like, individually or together.
Sorcerers get spells just naturally, right? Like
Yeah.
they're internal. Okay. I think I asked that last time too.
Your granddad fucked a dragon, so it's Gucci.
Hell yeah. I don't have anything specific I want to work on. Maybe just doing some like what you call it, sketches of the different the variations of the owl folk and like the Cochrans and maybe sketches and like observations of like architecture and differences in styles. So like really just kind of compound, like starting to collect all this information I've seen so far.
Sure. So something that you do notice as you're starting to sketch, and like maybe you look out your window and you see some of these styles as they begin disappearing into the fog. You do notice that kind of the outer shell, as it were, of the city is all relatively similar. It's like stonework and very, very strong and sturdy, a lot of thick wood. But the inside is styled differently. Like you remember from the Shingitsu place, there's there's like a koi pond, there's stone walkways, trees, shrines, sweeping like architecture and things like that on the inside. So it kind of gives you the feeling that maybe it wasn't always these people that lived here,
Sure, right. There's the foundation is a distinct architecture style, and these
right.
are just decorations and ornaments on top. Are there any similarities with the foundation and what I might be used to seeing up at Disc? Even just like vague similarities.
Roll a history check.
History. 13.
13? You don't... I would say you never really paid that much attention to the architecture in Disc. And it's not that... Like, you just know of the architecture as being very blocky, dwarves, geometric.
Sure.
Like, that's what stands out. And that doesn't seem super similar. But, because you can tell that there's a lot of towers here. round things, and there are like wooden like what are they called, buttresses and things like that hold up the towers and secure everything, and et cetera, and when you were briefly kind of closer to the lower end, not like 100 or 200 feet off the floor, you can see you did see that there were long abandoned like wooden buildings just around, so like you would imagine any city might be, but it obviously they're not used by the Aarakocra, and they seem incredibly neglected, if not completely collapsed in many ways.
Right. Cool. Yeah, I mean, obviously, there's been. I'm sure everybody could pick up on some things as like players or like everybody else. So I'm just trying to see if like as characters, if there's any connections I can make as well. So that's cool.
Sure.
But yeah, that's essentially. I think it's also his way of like processing everything. He hasn't had a chance to like take notes and make notes of like, okay, these are differences between the Aarakocra and the Elffolk. This is why they're at war. Or this is
yeah,
this
definitely.
this is what we've seen. So that's just really what he's doing for tonight.
All right. What about Miss Rhea?
I was trying to decide if I had hobbies. I would say she would, out of her pack, pull out a book. When we were at the library, she probably would have picked up some kind of book on sorcery, spells, and magic. Nothing like to learn anything, but just the history of it.
Okay.
Maybe she's on like Swords and Sorcery Part 23 or something.
Sure.
And just reading it.
Go ahead and roll an intelligence check to see how much of the book you get through.
4.
You're really stuck. This being the part, the 7th part of this series. It's increased in difficulty over time, and it started out with just like, oh, prestidigitation, oh, light a little fireball, not a big deal. Now it's like, okay, so this is how you manipulate somebody's mind into believing something that doesn't exist, but simultaneously believing it so much that they actually take physical damage from it. And this is how to take that and then, shift that in a way to where it can modify memory and, different aspects of their thought patterns to change what they know to be what you know or want, and manipulating them over time and things like that. So
have you ever seen the anime trope of a character who's learning too much information and smoke just comes out of their ears?
Yeah.
That's gonna be, if any of you were to like knock and say, "Oh, how's it going?" You just see me over this book, just smoke coming out of my ear.
See, Robin would do that, and then it'd be like, oh, I see you're learning about Phantasmal Force. That's an interesting. I'm not that right. I just a smidge off.
My mother was a warrior, so I never really got to learn too much about my magic side.
And then Aubrey will just launch into like a speech about just extended knowledge of whatever you were just saying, and then he's not going to stop unless he's forced.
So the crazy thing about the weave is that it interacts with like psychology in a way, and pieces of the weave actually attach to minds and different things like that like can be twisted and turned, and the mind theoretically is actually a part of the weave, and then you just kind of like keep going.
And I'm just staring at you. I'm not even saying anything, just and then I'll nod every once in a while.
Okay.
Comprehending, 5% of what you're saying. Like, I know that word. Weave. I know what that is.
I know what that is.
I think if you ever ask Auburn to like teach you something, he would. But right now he's not in he's not in teach mode. He's just like, oh, I'm seeing a colleague, a fellow colleague, try to learn this. Okay, cool. I'm treating them as a colleague. So that's what would happen at some point through the evening.
Yeah.
So, you guys are off doing that. Cascade, what are you doing?
I got a pipe of smoke, so I'm gonna with my finger. This have it
Okay.
light and just gives. Also,
Are you just in your...
yeah, like in my space.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
just dreams, good rest before several. I don't know how long.
So as you smoke, you have a pipe?
Type of
Do you have
smoke
a pipe?
monster. Yeah, it's that common
Okay,
magic
right.
item. So they're like,
I got you. Let me get there. So as you're smoking, you know, small little wisps of creatures start, floating out of it. And then as you get more and more kind of like sleepy, the monsters become bigger and larger and more detailed. And uh, a dragon fights a kraken, you know, fights a giant Solari or whatever, celestial being, and then they, you know, going back and forth and battling in front of your head, and you don't know how much of it is the pipe and how much of it is your imagination, but there's so much chaos in front of you and aggression, and you begin falling asleep with almost like a sense of ill at ease, like feeling ill at ease. And as sleep takes you, you begin, you have, the common, almost like nightmare of running. Like you're running to go to something. You're not running away from something. You're running to something, and you're desperate. You're desperate to find it. You're desperate to find it. You just keep going and running, and there's corridor after corridor. There's, people that you have to push out of the way, faceless figures, dark shadows that you're trying to push through and push through. And at the end, right as you feel like you can't run anymore, there's the face of your old professor before you, and he's holding something, and he says, you need to solve it. You need to solve it. And then he explodes into like these astral stars, very much like your astral form is, and you find yourself floating in this, what you saw before when you put your head into it as the astral sea, and you're just floating there. And then a whisper in your mind, you need to solve it. You need to solve it.
what was it?
Think of it as a metaphor.
Okay.
It was in his hand.
It was
Yeah.
in it. Okay. All right.
Then you wake up, and all of you wake up in the next morning, and you're rested, Cascade, but you are somewhat. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you how you feel, but it was perhaps disconcerting. Yeah. You wake up. What are you doing?
Healthy breaky.
And I would probably already be down there eating a bowl of fruit and just offer it for him.
Nice.
Have you ever had strawberries? I know you were telling me some of the foods up there are harder to obtain. I think I recall Auburn talking about goo. Yes. Is it made?
You know, take care.
Is it made of people?
No.
I once
it's
read a
not made
story
of
about
people.
that.
My guy will never say no until he. It's always just gonna be. Meh.
Yes, I read a story about that. It was quite concerning. But anyway, I ordered some fresh fruit if you'd like some. I'm not sure what you tend to eat for breakfast, so light. I don't know if Oberon's next to me. I haven't looked. No, he's not there.
You're still sleeping?
I'd be down in like a few minutes after that.
Sure.
Talk about the.
Hmm. I do enjoy fruit. As much as I like meat, there's just something clean about a good piece of fruit. It's almost like it wants me to eat it to help propagate it in other parts of the world.
Sure.
That's an interesting thought. Morning, Cass. Morning, Rhea.
Morning.
And I'm gonna take a seat and pull up like some fruit as well. And if they have coffee, ask for coffee. All right. What do you know about these rats?
What? Sorry.
What do you know about the rats?
Not too terribly much. I just know how to fight them. I don't know much about their cities or their cultures. They come up and attack us every now and then, and we fight them back. We've never tried to negotiate with them because they're not one to work with anybody else. That's why it's confusing to think that they might be. As far as I knew, they were just like normal rats that will form a colony to find ease of food and have no qualms with killing another if they can't find it.
Alright. Kill some rats then.
Most likely.
I was just asking Ray if she knew anything about the rat folk, anything that might help us, but seems like we're just gonna have to set out on foot.
The rat folk.
Oh, okay.
They're called were rats, but they're just rat folk. Yeah.
It depends on if it's daytime or nighttime.
Propagate through.
No.
Like, okay. Like if that's
why would you like to become a were rat?
They call them were rats because they specifically because they grow angry and antagonistic at night. Yeah.
In the daytime they're rat folk, at nighttime they're were rats. But they're the
bed.
Where rat? There rat.
I'm
You go though because
question.
daylight's burning.
Yeah.
Well,
question
it's
for you,
bright and
Mystic.
early.
I don't know if we had asked or if we didn't. But I figured this might have been the conversation with some of the guards or some of the house staff. But do we know when the attack happened on Yumi?
It was 3 weeks ago.
No, specifically what time of day?
Oh, it was during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we just gotta fall back.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I'll show you where I flew before.
So through the streets and pathways, word has seemed to have gotten out that there's an Aarakocra and some strange folks wandering around the city, and there are a little bit more people in the area, and they make not impolite looks, like they're just kind of like regarding you, as much as they can without seeming rude, because in the past 3 years there hasn't been much oddities. There's just been war. So
The Aarakocra and the strange folkra.
Yeah. So
That's a good one.
you walk through the city. You go down into the bottom of the Shingitsu estate and find yourself once again in the room with the what the fuck is it called? Where you
Sheet.
the thing that
No,
you weave. Loom. Thank you.
Yeah.
You find yourself in the room with the loom, which has been broken, and the half finished yardage of sheet, still feathers and some blood, and the window is there. The fog looms out before you.
So how are we going to do this?
Crawl down.
Do you have the dexterity?
It's about, I think, what was it, 60 feet from the bottom?
Down there.
You know what? We had discussed that there were entrances last time 3 weeks ago. So I forgot.
Just, like,
the guards
severely patrolled.
Yeah, the guards could take you down to the entrance. So we're gonna just rewind that a little bit. The guards take you down instead. The little barn owl and the taller fella. They both lead you down like this corridor and spiral down to a very heavily, it's like a heavy iron door that is barred. He opens it up. There's another heavy iron door which is barred, and then opens that up, and then there's another door, but the door is wooden and it's broken into splinters. And it's like that's why we have the other two.
How do we get back in?
He just kind of looks at you. No.
I'll be able to get across and let them know that you're here.
You have to fly up there, find the right, come back all the other side. What if we're flying?
Better hope we aren't.
Don't care. You can fly.
Yes. I've heard that it's quite a strong ability.
Not as far as I'm aware.
No.
I don't like.
Can't you?
No way
you can
back
turn
in.
into a. You can turn into a bird, can't you?
No, I can't. Animals I turn in can't fly or swim.
Aren't you a druid?
But I'm not.
Right, he's just.
Not that strong yet.
Just because you can do it from the moment you're born, I can.
No, we have to be at least 4 or 5 years old, or 4 or 5 days old.
Spider, and then just crawl up the wall.
I could.
You could spider crawl. I would say I would pick you up, but and I'm gonna hold up my arm and it's like a stick. I'm not very strong.
If I must.
No, you might be able to pick up if you were a spider or a snake or something, but him, he's a bit
I'm
large for me.
stocky.
Look here, I don't wish to leave
Who are
this
you?
door open for too long. Can you please make your decision?
Oh, we're going, and I
Right.
take a step out.
Okay,
now.
goodbye. Good luck.
Thank you.
Don't die. Hopefully you could resolve these issues. King Huakong. And, you just hear, kind of the echoing of steel, or iron on iron. And,
I'm pretty sure we could break that door down if we absolutely needed to as well.
If we absolutely needed to, yes, but that would leave a giant security breach in the city.
Maybe. And I think they might kick us out, probably.
I think that's good reasons enough to restart the war. Now listen, let's find these tracks here.
Yes. Oh, here they are. I just walked underneath the window.
So yeah, they took you out to kind of like a nearby spire that's maybe 100 yards from the other one, and yeah, you do indeed see what you saw before when you flew down. that there are scratches leading all the way down, but the scratches seem to somewhat dissipate in kind of like the muck and grime down here. It may be a little harder going this way, but this is how we're going to do this. You will run investigation checks. If you fail your investigation checks, then you will waste time. Yes, Glenn.
I have a.
Yeah.
I can speak with Aegis. That's when.
There aren't really any plants around.
No plant.
It's covered in fog, and there's it's like cobblestones and things like that. So it'd be very, very difficult for plants to live down here.
Okay.
So we will say that you left. What time did you guys wake up?
6 a.m.
Yeah.
7. Okay, so I'll say at 8 o'clock. It is currently 8 o'clock. Okay.
Okay.
Every single time you do an investigation check, it will be 1 hour. If you fail, you waste the hour. If you don't fail, you will progress in your investigation. Yeah.
Do all three of us need to succeed?
It's no, not everybody needs to succeed. It has to be 2 out of 3. Like it's a skill check or a group skill check basically. And then beyond that, if anybody critically fails, something might happen. Ha 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 ha. So, good luck. There might also be some stealth checks involved.
This is just a straight intelligence check then?
No, you're doing investigation.
Oh, investigation. So straight intelligence check.
Or survival.
Ooh, or survival.
I'm doing it.
I have a -1 at that.
There you go.
I got a 19.
Got
23.
11.
11. Okay. 2 of you do succeed, and you are able. You kind of like kick away some of the muck below the windowsill, and you notice scratches do continue in kind of like a haphazard manner. They point in like that direction, let's say to the north.
Sure.
And all right, so you walk.
Dungeon Master?
Yes, sir. Nice. Very nice. Congratulations. So it is now 9 a.m. You've been walking, you've been searching. The biggest part of the time, obviously, is like you're physically like interacting with the world and like, crouching and like looking for fucking clues in this fog, desolate area. As you're walking through, you do see, shadows of creatures like out in the distance. And you're not being too loud. It doesn't really take a lot to, you don't require a lot of, this way, blah, blah, blah. So you're not making a lot of noise and being very obvious to anything about. So there's no issues. But yes, you do realize that there are things about. Go ahead and roll another investigation check. Nice.
4.
Nice.
26.
26.
Probably a failure, probably.
That's still a failure. By the way, yeah, if anybody rolls a natural 1, gotta tell me. All right. So, it continues on. It is 10 a.m. Everybody roll investigation checks.
Survival, right?
Or survival, yes.
16.
26.
Fantastic. That is a success. It is 11 a.m. You have 2 successes.
Are we still in like a decrepit, decayed city kind of scape cobblestone path?
Yeah, it all is the city.
Okay.
You're kind of like switchbacking a little bit because maybe you get lost, you don't find it.
Sure.
You're not just going straight. And the second kind of bit of evidence that you find is similar scratches, and actually there seems to be like it's kind of like in the corner of an alleyway next to where some decrepit buildings have crumbled and fallen. There seems to be like a rut that was dug out for whatever this being is to perhaps sleep and relax. And yeah, that is where you find yourselves. It is 11 a.m. Go ahead and roll investigation checks.
8.
4.
23.
Okay. Yeah, you guys fail. It is now 12 a.m. Everybody needs to... Or
12 a.m.?
12 p.m. Everybody needs to
13
roll.
hours.
Everybody needs to roll stealth checks.
17.
12.
12. All right, let's see here.
That's with it.
Let's see. Yeah, you literally beat it by 1. Passive perception, baby. You see pretty close by. There seems to be a dark mass of something that kind of like rises on top of itself and moves and spreads and if you listen, there's the chittering and screeching of hundreds, thousands of tiny rats. But
That's without trace.
but as you lie there, everything seems to pass by you, and you're fine.
That was like a close moment. Everyone,
Yeah.
add
Sure.
plus 10 to your
How long does
As long as
pass
you
without
stay
trace
within-
last?
concentration. And 30 feet of me.
Okay, which I'm sure they will. I will say, I get pass without a trace lasting, but for this particular thing, we're just gonna say that it's 2 hours. You get it for 2 rolls.
Well, the cool
Okay.
thing is, half of the wood at will.
Oh, is that will? Okay, so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
So yeah, we'll leave it at an hour. So
Kind of you.
yeah.
Stronger.
Yeah, I like, because I figure this is my philosophy as a DM. Spells are supposed to be like for combat or for like in the moment action, but like they're not designed for dungeon crawling and stuff like that. Like they are, but they aren't. Like we're talking about spending hours and hours doing something. Spells probably have a lot more range and ability than just fucking, for 1 second I do this. It's like, okay, well, if you're not doing anything else, it might last longer, or if you're under a lot of stress, it might fail. Stuff like that. So, but yeah, so it is 12 p.m. Everybody roll investigation checks. Yeah, or survival.
Whew. It landed on 1, and then it just barely flipped over to a 7. I got an 8.
Nice. 23. That is a success.
After 1, Auburn?
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1?
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
Advantage?
great.
No, I don't.
No, he does not. All right.
So much I can't face.
You find yourself in an alleyway. That you actually, I will say that you waste about an hour, but you do still succeed in finding your next clue. But as you find your next clue, which is a piece of cloth that matches the style of their kimono, you hear something behind you. Now, I'm going to have everybody roll stealth checks. This is to see if whether you are going to surprise them or whether it's going to be an even initiative, because they're behind you in a one-way alley that is blocked off at the end. So you're kind of trapped a little bit.
Oh no! I rolled a 1, 5.
Plus 10. Plus 10.
Plus 10?
Plus 10? Oh, 15.
18.
I got a 19.
A 19. Okay. It is an even initiative. Oh, wait. No. No, you are not surprised. You are surprised. There you go. How about that? No. You surprised them. I cannot fucking think right now. But, everybody roll initiative. It's a surprise round. But, there is a mass of swarming rats that are flying, like searching, it seems like, on the sides of this alleyway for something that they, seem to have smelled or gleaned in the area. And it is completely covered. So, you got a 9.
Map?
Yes, map. Just give me a moment. Let me find the right place to put it. Right here.
Oh. I can give myself advantage whenever I want. I thought it was just on spells.
What?
With Tides of Chaos. Once per long rest, you can get advantage on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Before you regain use of this feature, the DM will have you roll on the Wild Magic Surge table after you cast a first level or higher spell. You then regain use of this feature.
Damn it, I didn't make... I forgot to make tokens of the one thing. God damn it. I need to make some tokens really quick. So if you guys can create your little post-it note on this Albert Rodeo, password buds as usual. Boop, boop, boop. God, I need to put some music on. I've been sitting here in silence.
Sound of silence.
It is the sound of silence.
I don't see anything.
Zoom out, maybe? Okay. Oh, maybe that's okay. Actually, I think I sent it to you incorrectly. Maybe not. I think it's the same thing that I just sent to you, but I'm gonna send it to you anyway. Is there no password?
Nope, no password.
Weird.
How dare you joke me?
It's being silly. Start game. Open that up. I have a new one for you guys. Sorry, technology is strange, chat. Okay. Hopefully that will work. Yes. Wonderful.
Okay, lowercase.
So it's mostly fog, but you could see like a section of the map is revealed. That is where you will be fighting.
Right. Okay. Right there then.
Yeah.
No.
Wait. You would. I wanted to leave that open. Powered by Zat Battle Maps.
I just got moved. I don't know where I am anymore.
You're here.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Shit. Oh my god, I'm getting so. I have many tabs open, guys. So I'm a little flustered. Give me just a second here.
One thing at a time.
Yes. Boom. And then that. Be that. Okay. Now I need to go. Shit. Really, like going through like 20 different 20 different
It
things.
gives me a chance to look over my spell list.
There you
I don't know
go.
what to do here.
Perfect.
I already know what to do. I'll give you a hint. It's a level 3 spell. Or 3rd level spell.
You're gonna fireball him, aren't you?
Oh yeah, as soon as I see him. Hopefully just once.
I'm gonna counterspell your fireball.
I'll counterspell your counterspell.
Oh my god.
I was actually thinking of giving myself Dragon's Breath.
That sounds
Yeah?
fucking cool as shit. I wish I was organized enough to do this all just instantaneously, but I am not that man. I had most of this I have most of the session organized. Just I forgot to make the fucking tokens for the fucking rats. Doot. Add.
Fuck.
Not that. Downloads. Boom. That. Add. That. Okay. Now. So the end of place is here. All right. Now these rats, there are a absolute shit ton of them. So just realize that is the case. But you see some distinct differences between two different types. They're just regular like swarm of rats. They're crazy. Their teeth are gnashing. They seem to be hungry, looking for something. And then there are some other rats, which seems as though they have had a run-in with a mad surgeon of some sort. And the top of their skulls have been removed, and their brains are showing, and there is a glow to their brain. And they all kind of stick together. And their eyes, they like look at you, and they find that you are perhaps a tasty meal. let me. I'll make a little bit more room here for this.
But we got the jump on him.
You do have the jump on them.
My DPS is about to be insane.
So Rhea goes first. Auburn, what's yours? Okay. Cascade. You are muted, sir.
I think I got a 9. It was
Okay.
Louis.
Cool. Okay, so
Combat rats.
something like that. All right.
That's funny.
Red, yellow, blue, green. Okay, cool. All right, Rhea, it is your turn. The
Fireball. Huh?
fireball.
Yep. Oh, I'm apparently making another sticky note. That's not what I meant to do. Oh God, how do I
Where are
delete
you
it?
placing this fireball?
How do I delete it?
I got it.
Thank you. I was gonna measure, but I decided to make a sticky note instead. I'm gonna put it right here. Can you see that?
I cannot. Right click and you'll make a little.
Oh, right here.
Right there.
Yep. I'm assuming we can see at least a little bit down this alleyway, right?
Should I be an asshole? No, yeah, that's fine.
I mean, you can. I think it'd be funnier.
Okay, well then you're in an alleyway that's a alleyway. So it's like this
That's
is
what?
the
You broke
bottom
up.
of the T. You're in the bottom of the T of the alleyway. And this is like there's like an open. It's just another building, so it only goes about 10 feet further past.
That we were coming from.
Yeah, where you would come from is also an alley that like top of a T. You would come from the top of the T and you bent down there, so it's only about 10 feet past. You said that said I could be a dick.
Right. It's only 20-foot radius. So
Fireball
I'll
is
fire
40-foot radius.
40-foot diameter.
40-foot diameter. Okay, cool.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna fire it right here at the edge,
Okay.
and it will hit all of them, and not my friends, or not these people that I'm working with.
So the crazy thing about fire is that it conforms to the space which it is available to. So cast your fireball, sir.
It says it spreads around corners, so it would take the easiest path.
Yeah, this is all the easiest path.
Right, but it still only goes 20 feet. So go 20 feet this way, and then, oh, you can't see that. It'll go 20 feet this way, 20 feet this way.
Cast your fireball.
25. They all
Uh,
need to make dexterity 15 saving throws.
dexterity 15.
And I need to roll a d20 real quick.
All right. Let's see what
It was
this
not a
is.
1. Do I need to roll a dexterity check too?
No, you're fine. I just.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
I can.
No, you're fine. Anyways, you're in the back. It would be Auburn that would have to roll a dexterity check. No. Okay, so I just need to roll a few dexterity checks. So that actually is a pass,
the stream.
which is kind of sick. That is not.
Is Glenn stream up for others?
Yes.
My computer's
That
being
is not.
stupid again.
That is a pass. So actually, three things passed. So the cranium rats So these guys, funnily enough, these three are the ones that pass it, and the ones in front of them didn't get out of the way, which is very odd. How much? It was 23 damage?
Let me double check. 25.
25. So 12, 12, 12, and 25, 25. Okay. Several hundred rats cry out simultaneously in inferno blaze as they are swept up by this fire that you explode a portion of the wall in front of you. All right, it is Aubrey's turn.
Hold on.
Oh, movement.
I'm going to do the thing that all DMs fear, and I'm going to fly 20 feet in the air.
Do that.
And say, all right, you got this, guys. I believe in you.
All right, then sounds about right. Let's see here. I just want to double check. From which point would a 15-foot cone hit all of them? A 15-foot cone coming from me.
Coming from you?
Yeah.
5 feet ahead.
So if I stand here, would a 15-foot cone hit all of them?
Yeah.
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 I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
you're using proper math.
Yeah.
The Queen's
I'm
math.
gonna use my bonus action to kind of you're gonna see his ring that he uses as his focus kind of glow. I'm gonna rub my hands together. It's gonna be a little bit of sparks. Bring it to my chest, and use my action breathe out fire. So they're gonna have to all make dexterity checks again.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throws, DC 17.
17.
Ooh, fancy.
That's a natural one. That's a failure.
Please roll good. Please roll good.
That's a good.
Dude.
That one makes it. That one does not. That one does not. So the yellow rats are saw it coming, and the other ones did not.
I just did 7 fire damage. It wasn't much. So
these rats are dead, and these rats are dead.
No, they're icons.
so funny.
So up to 15.
Oh, off that spell slot.
And
I probably should do that too, huh?
Cascade.
Crack my
It is
spells.
your turn.
Oh, I apologize.
Sorry.
I rolled wrong. So I cast it at 3rd level, and I rolled the 2nd level damage. I just need to add another d6 for the next time. I'm not gonna do it. That's
fine.
I made the mistake. It's fine. I'll do it next time. I'll remember.
Cascade. Unless you would like to move, Oprin.
I'm not moving.
All right.
I'm moving.
Do it.
Can I be in that?
Yes, you could share spaces with any of these creatures, because they are swarms.
I want to be next. I don't want to be in that. Maybe
recall that this guy is dead. The two front ones nearest you are dead.
They're upside down. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna attack this
There you go.
weird rat king. Psionic rat king is what I'm right now.
Well, it's like a group of them. There's like 100 of them. They're there. So
yeah, in my head I'm just like
swarm.
instead of just Irons did too. That my character is
Sure.
theorizing.
Sure.
Run up, action, and then.
Nice. Make it happen. That does hit.
Hey. Minimum damage 6.
Nice.
Can't crit fail on a damage roll.
Was it 2d8? 2d6? Oh, 1d8?
Yeah, the Shillelagh doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
Skills with your wisdom.
Oh, yeah. Somebody with Firebolt, Eldritch Blast. He's slapping 10 plus
Yeah.
D8 plus 5, which comes strong. Plus 5. But that's my turn.
I've read a book that might help you out there.
All right, Rhea. It is your turn.
Yes. The rats. Oh, it was surprise round. Okay,
Yes.
that's right. Oh man, I didn't need to fly up then. Oh darn. Hmm. I want to use this spell, but I'm not sure if now's the time to do it. I'm going to use. Just gonna use Firebolt. I saw that the other rats died pretty easily from that second round of fire, and I'm just gonna use Firebolt and do something here. Okay. I had to read something. I'm going to do Firebolt on the 2 rats that are still alive. The 2 singular rats.
You're twin casting?
I am. I had to make sure I could do it with cantrips.
Nice.
So
Please do.
for the yellow one, sorry, I have it on 2 tabs, so I'm going back and forth.
No, I feel you. Dude,
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit.
Alright, so the yellow one is going to take 7 damage.
I have 14 windows open.
Nice.
And I'm actively using pretty much all of them.
Ooh, does an 11 hit?
No, it does not, actually.
Yeah, that was a bad roll. Alright, and I am going to... end my turn. I can't do anything else.
Okay. Now, these rats, seeing that clearly you in the back are so powerful, you hear chittering and screeching in your mind, and you need to make a let's see, a wisdom saving throw.
Imagine an enemy that was 100 rats, like that was just the enemy, 100 rats, and they rolled a 1d100 for their damage to see if they bit you or not. That'd be insane. It would be insane, Glenn.
Wisdom saving throw? No, from Rhea.
Oh, from me?
Yes, I would.
Oh, so
was
listen.
like,
You
maybe I was
said...
talking to somebody like, what?
No, you said... Alright, I'm going to call myself out on here. You said walking up to see who they see did a bunch of damage or the biggest threat. I was like, oh, they're attacking Oberon. And then I just phased out of what the rest you were saying. I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, it's not me. I'm definitely not the threat. That's fine. Wisdom saving. Oh, I'm going to give myself advantage. And I'll have to roll on wild magic if I want to do anything else. Unless I roll on wild magic. So I rolled a 3 and a 4 still, so I got a 3 with advantage.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
So that's cool.
So you feel through this maddening echo of chitters and screeches that this swarm, this rat swarm, they're smarter than you. They know better than you. And you should really listen to what they have to say.
Okay.
Okay?
Alright. What do they say?
Oh, we'll see what they have to say on your next turn.
Alright.
Auburn, it is your turn. Actually, yeah.
What do I want to do here?
Kill the little rat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna point blank it. I'm just gonna kind of like get around them, get in the corner, so that I don't hit anybody, and just full force. I'm using my action to breathe fire onto them. Dexterity saving throw DC 17, please. And I'll roll the damage.
Don't forget to do 3.
I have to do 4. It's
4.
3 is base, and then 4 for the other. Yeah. It's a better cast. Okay.
Oh, one actually saved.
It was just the cranium rat. I positioned myself
okay.
so I'm just hitting them. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because Cascade's in front of me.
Then they did not
13 fire damage.
13 fire damage? Nice.
Yes.
All right. The mass swarm of these brain-revealed rats, they try and get out of the way, but you still take out. And they look at you with sharp eyes, and then half of them look over to Rhea, and they kind of like nod their head in a sign of, odd intelligence. And it is finally the rats get to take back the world from these two-legged usurpers, and they will both attack Cascade. And let's see what it does here. Yeah, they're not super strong. So, but they rolled an 18 and a natural 20. I'm using my my die for the D&D magic die. Nice. So I'm gonna guess those both hit.
Was the
18, and then one was a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shield.
All right. So it is that.
Gotta get more dice. That's not good.
So one actually only does 1d6. So that's 3 points of damage, but the other do 2d6 times 2. So that is 12 points of damage on top of that. So 15 total damage to you, Cascade. As the rats, they come up to your ankle, biting at your ankles, and a couple crawl up your leg and start running trying to burrow into your clothes, and you start getting bit and scratched at and clawed, at random. And you having your connection with animals, you know that this is just, they're hungry. They're hungry. They need food. They're hungry. And they, this incessant thought of hunger and need just keep driving into you as you're like flinging rats off of you by the handful. All right.
Reminds me of that game with the kids, and then there's like a whole bunch of rats. Like, can't remember what it's called.
Grounded?
I think it's called Plague Tale.
Oh, Plague, yeah. A Plague Tale. Or something like that.
Something like
Whatever.
that, yeah, where the one has to rescue her sister. Anyways.
Yeah. Cascade, is your turn.
Okay, with all these rats on me. Bonus action, cast flame. Staff is my flame. A magically imbued staff with a blade of.
Nice, that sounds
Like
sick.
Gandalf.
Yeah, well, that.
You shall not squeak. Sorry.
Now the downside is I can't use both.
Sure.
But right now I'm gonna go ahead and try and cut down with this again. Let's go with Rat King friend.
Oh, you're doing Rat King friend? Okay.
Yeah. So go Cosmic Presence. Cosmic
Presence.
Cosmic Omen. So an equal amount of times equals proficiency modifier. When a creature has to make an attack roll check, I can use my action to add a D.
Oh, you could use that on yourself?
It doesn't say other than.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And yes.
Nice.
And that is a. No way. Sorry. That's a third.
Yeah, that hits. Pretty sure it hits. I'm not sure.
You maybe want to just double check the stat block.
Yeah.
And it's 3 fire damage. Fire damage against at King.
Man. Sheesh. Rat King guy is not. God damn it. Oh, dude. I'm saving concentration checks. Apparently. But all right. It was 14, you said?
Yeah, 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. So that is. All right. And the swarm is dwindling. Very like it's there's like 10, 20 rats left, as opposed to the 100 that were there. Like there aren't very many left. And all right.
You can actually see their brains, like in the picture, right?
You can see their brains.
Like
yes.
Skull or something.
Yeah. No, there is no
pretty
skull.
Smart.
It's exposed and with a bit of a glow.
Yeah, it has a glow on it.
And I'll just say, you seem down to read, and I'm gonna speak. I apologize.
You actually, funnily enough, you speak out to it, and you hear telepathy come into your mind. And there is some form of kind of understanding of what the rat is thinking.
What's it thinking?
They seem wise. Stop.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I apply? Can I give are these creatures intelligent to you?
They're too intelligent.
Okay.
They have 15 intelligence.
20 roll flat
Pretty
plus
smart.
0.
Yeah.
14.
Stop. Before you find out, I'm going to use
time.
bend luck on him. It's going to subtract a d4 to your roll. A 1d4. And I rolled a 4. So now
That's
you rolled
true,
a 10.
yes.
Because you're trying to intimidate my friends.
Yeah, true. That would.
You should
Oh.
This is the lost fight.
Persuading, sorry.
Yeah.
Either way.
No,
There you go.
You as a threat. I did just.
Hey, it worked.
Sorry,
Hey,
yeah,
no,
so persuasion.
I'm going with what Brandon did. Minus
That's my turn.
what? Roll a d4 and minus d4.
I did. It was
You
4.
did.
You got a 10.
Oh, it was 4? Oh,
got
yeah.
it.
So yes. I was gonna say. It was gonna be a success. Minus 4.
But that's why I had to stop you. I knew 14 was maybe a success.
But all right. Now, without regard to the health and safety of anybody but the swarm of rats, Rhea, the cranium rats specifically, do as much damage as you possibly.
Is that what they say?
Yes.
Just hurt him as much as he fucking can.
Hurt them, kill them. We must feed.
Okay. So I can hurt the small rats. They don't care about the small rats.
They don't care. They don't give a fuck about the small rats.
I am going to cast a spell right here. I'm pretty sure this is how this works. Let me read it one more time. Yeah. I'm going to cast Cloud of Dagger.
Okay.
And it's going to hit in a 5-foot area. So I'll cast it like...
Well, 5-foot area...
Yes, he is.
It's
he is.
Dominate Monster. It's Dominate Monster.
Okay, because
yes.
Charm's just advantage on...
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I have been dominated.
It's Dominate Monster.
So yeah, so I need... Oh, wait, before I do that, I have to roll on the Wild Magic table. Oh, it's after I cast the spell. After I cast the spell.
Well, Cloud of Daggers it's a 5-foot radius or a 5-foot diameter?
It's a 5-foot...
5-foot area.
It says it's a 5-foot cube.
A 5-foot cube would just be the size of one.
Right,
yeah,
so
so
casting it right here.
It's just there.
Oh, you're trying to be all sneaky beaky with it. Okay, cool. Yeah,
I mean, that's up to you.
You smarty. Well, it's fine.
You said as much damage. I hold true.
As you possibly can. Yeah.
You can't be the only one to kill a loving member of the family. But anyway, so after I cast the spell, I have to roll on the Wild Magic table, because I used the advantage to try to stop that. I need, oh. There is no save. I did not know that. 7 damage to both of you.
Fail my con save, my flame...
And Mystic, I think it might be best if we just stuck to the normal Wild Magic table. I was reading through some of the effects, and some of them are, like, game-changing. I was like, I don't want to deal with that. One of them was, like, the last city that you visited is consumed by a volcano, or volcanic eruption.
Jesus.
Yeah, I was like, so I will roll a D100, and I got a 29. Do you have the Wild Magic table up, or you need me to get it?
Please go ahead. If you could just link it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. You got a 29, sir?
Yep. Oh.
Is there a reason why my computer is going stupid?
No, that one took a while for me to load too. I think it's just the website. I can teleport to 60 feet to any space I can see.
Nice. Yes. Go ahead.
So I am going to just teleport to the other side.
All right. Now.
And that's my turn.
Sounds good.
So the situation here is we're fighting these things, and we were just caught in a spell that Rhea casted, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Which will also affect...
End of your turn.
End of your turn, yeah.
Oh. Oh, no. Start. Wow, that's a strong fucking spell.
That's why it's only 5 foot square.
Oh, well, I guess you will take another 7 damage at the start of your turn.
All right. Okay.
Also, I didn't listen to the rats. But that's because I missed something. I didn't know I could cast that at 3rd level. You didn't hear anything, Mystic.
All right. So the rats will look at you, Oberyn, and say, "Stay," and they cast command on you.
They're casting a spell.
Yep.
I counterspell that shit.
They counterspell your counterspell. No, just kidding.
I counterspell his counterspell.
Wait, can you counterspell?
I can counterspell.
Counterspell is counterspell.
My spell slot. These are supposed to be to help you guys.
I chose the right character to dominate monster.
Well, yeah, because I have a -1 to wisdom. Of course you did.
Oh, shit.
Do I have to make a save, or?
No, counterspell just automatic.
No, for command.
Because there's... yes, you have to make a wisdom save, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, wisdom save.
Okay. 15.
You are fine.
Okay. Sick.
Feeling frustrated, they attempt.
You cut
They
out
attempt
there.
to what? Yeah.
They attempt to run away. Fucking Mike, dude! I swear, it's irritating. So they will try and actually run vertically up the wall and escape up the top of the thing. Both of you can make attacks of opportunity.
I can't. I use my reaction.
Oh yeah, you did.
So did I.
Oh, you did?
Myself.
Oh, that was your reaction. I thought it was like okay. All right. Well, they run the fuck away. Their movement speed is like 40. The thing is only like no, they're going up onto the roof and like running away, but the roof is only like 10 or 15 feet tall. Like you're in an alleyway of these like
Actually,
kind of water.
yeah,
Oh
we're
no,
in the middle of
like you're in an alleyway up above ground. Like yeah, so it's just a plain alleyway. So they're just gonna run away. It is Auburn's turn.
How far away are they?
These guys, the cranium rats.
Yeah.
You could see a few of them as they're kind of like the edge of
The edge of the roof.
the roof. Yeah. So you
Okay,
could make an attack. Yeah.
I can see the edge of the roof.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna use my bonus action
Take
to
your
Misty step up there.
Oh yeah. You have
that's
to
true.
cloud of daggers.
Let me do that.
How much
first.
damage was that, Brandon?
7.
7. Okay.
Yeesh. Hang on. And that drops my concentration on my Dragon's Breath. But I am going to Misty Step up there.
Well,
So I am now. So me standing on the ledge of the roof. Is that how far away from me? From them?
you're right next to them. You're actually technically you could be in their space.
Sick.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You
line
land
it up
on one and you like crush its tail. Kind of looks up.
I'm punching them to death with Booming Blade. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
Good. That is 6 piercing damage.
Six
Plus
piercing
3
damage?
thunder damage.
Plus 3 thunder damage? How much health do they have? You barely made it. I adjusted them a little so tankier. But, yeah, you fucking boom! And not only do you, like, evaporate one of them in particular, fuck that cranium rat in particular, but the explosion of sound, like, ruptures, like, their brains, and their brains just pop inside their heads. So they're all super dead, yes.
I dropped concentration.
Yep.
We're still in combat,
Fucking-
but I dropped concentration.
Yeah.
Right.
No
and that's
more
gonna be-
clouds of daggers.
I'm just gonna use the rest of my turn to like slowly climb down, if I can.
You certainly can. What do you? Who's hurting? I guess it would be Cascade. The rats will attack Cascade on their turn. That is an 8 and a 10. So the swarm of rats is attempting to kill you, but failing miserably. They swarm about you. They're actually in your space. And yeah. Cool. It is your turn, Cascade.
I'm going to part of my electric. Yes, here with arm.
Long rest.
Cool.
8 hit points. Action.
Sounds good.
Do you think Ben Luck could go above? Think that's allowed? So let's say he rolled max on that healing, and I Ben Luck. Could he get another 4?
What does it say?
Doesn't it affect
It doesn't
attack
really
rolls
say anything.
attacks or save?
Yeah, it does. You're right. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would have
Makes
thought
sense.
that would be kind of cool. It's like the iconic and power
Yeah.
to be like, fuck yeah, that spell's more powerful. You know, like, just boost it. I don't know if you want to do that. Would you guys want to do that?
I think if we did, that I would have to spend double the amount of sorcery if it's on an attack roll or a spell,
Well,
or just a spell in particular.
it could only do, like, +4, right?
Right, but it's still strong to even boost the spell's damage by 4 points.
That is true, like an AoE spell. Yeah, let's do double sorcery point if you
Alright.
want to boost a spell.
So it'd be 4 to boost the spell, 2 to do ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. So I can't do it now anyway, but I don't have a reaction as it is.
Awesome. Sounds Gucci.
I've just received a feat of. I don't know. I'll make it a feat so I don't forget.
Sure. All right. Is that all your turn, Mr. Cascade? Okay. Rhea, it is your turn. There are rats on...
Yeah,
Okay.
first of all, I'm going to apologize. I'm so sorry. I don't know what came over me. Here, let me get those off of you. And 2 firebolt are coming.
Nice.
Not fireballs.
Thank God.
So, yeah. So the green rat does a crit hit.
No.
Can you crit spells? Can you get cantrips?
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Super dope.
Like 40 10 fire damage.
17 damage.
Yeah, they're dead.
And then
These
yellow
rats
rat.
screech in pain on your body, like, and somehow all the fire.
It was just a perfect shot.
Yeah, perfect shot. Just swoosh.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
So yellow rat will take 15 damage.
Oh my
Nice.
God!
I rolled a 10 and a 5.
Jesus. All right. Yeah, they're dead.
I'm making up for my trying to kill you.
Fantastic. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
I did like.
I mean, you tanked.
You were the star of combat last time. Would you almost one shot the big bad general guy? And
No,
then
he
you
did.
get hit
Got
good.
Guiding bolt.
oh God. Yeah.
Yeah. Comes and goes.
It
You gotta let us shine
It really
too,
does.
Glenn. Come on.
Yeah.
It's just let you shine by killing.
I'm just glad I didn't do that at a 3rd level. Although I did forget, I didn't know I could do it at a 3rd level. But instead of 7 damage, it would have been 14 each turn.
Which I would have done, but I'm gonna let it slide.
I looked at you. I was waiting for you to say roll another 2d6
Nah.
just to see if you would make, or 2d4. I mean,
I trust my players to give me their best, and if they make a mistake, it's not that big. Like I
yeah,
don't,
like
I
that
don't...
was an honest mistake. That wasn't me trying to be sneaky.
All right, so you are surrounded by a bunch of burning, scorched, dead rats.
Auburn scales down the walls like, what's all this then, Ray? You've been working for Red Beak this whole time?
No.
There for a bit.
They just showed me that. No, it's weird. Like it's fighting in me right now. Even part of me saying that they're right and I should agree with them, and then obviously common sense is telling me to not. I feel like my mind was just.
It just bopped you on the side.
Butter. Ow! What was that for?
Take it off, bro.
I just need it. I think I just need a minute.
Ow!
I'm gonna pick up one of the rats and start picking at it. No, I don't know how to do
Counter
that.
spell, but you can't heal. Great. Perfect.
I'm a sorcerer. What do you expect?
Have access.
You've seen what kind of sorcerer I am. Healing is not. Hold on. Let me look through this list real quick.
Wait, does the wild magic table count? It only counts for leveled spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And doesn't count for sorcery.
There is a heal
sorcery
on it.
points.
No.
Okay.
But I can improve it. Don't worry, I'm Q-Trax. I love rolling on it. So anytime I can. I could heal you if you want me to cast random spells. One of them might heal you.
He's so grumpy.
Here, jump up really high, and I'll give you a little assistance on your jump, and then maybe I could get a heal to pop out. If I give you advantage.
All right, let's just patch up a little bit and keep on moving.
I didn't really mean to hurt you.
Go ahead and roll.
I'm not mad. I'm just.
I'm sorry, Dad.
Chuck tries to kill Cascade. Ray tries to kill Cascade. Everybody's trying to kill Cascade.
If it smells like shit everywhere you go, maybe you should check your shoes.
Or your upper lip. Give him the Hitler. Sorry. Freaking Cartman from South Park. That shit's so stupid. Oh, man. Sorry.
You're good.
You're good. I love South Park, and that gets me every time. Alright. So, it is 1 p.m. Go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh boy, my favorite part. What happens if we get a 1 now?
We'll see.
Ooh. 17.
I got a 1. It's actually
Glenn.
He actually rolled with advantage, and he got a 1 and a 1. Or 2 and a 1.
I got an 11.
You do not find your next clue, so you kind of backtrack. It is now 2 p.m.
All right, it's 2 p.m. I have a very good sense of time. I say, friends, we must hurry. It will be getting dark soon. We need to figure out where we're going. I'm going to try something risky. I'm going to give myself advantage on the next check.
Okay.
Which means I need to roll a wild magic table.
Oh.
Yeah. Doing Tides of Chaos.
Sure.
So I'm going to do my check first.
Yeah, everybody roll investigation.
21.
Nice.
12.
You make it.
Oh, before you tell us though.
Yeah, what happens?
13.
Oh, 13's a lucky number.
So
Let me read it. I'll read it.
yeah, so I find out and I go to try to tell you guys, and then what happens?
So you all work together to kind of what's it called? Investigate and find. Collaborate and find everything. But now, as
I need everybody
Rhea,
to roll a d10.
Yeah, as Rhea is kind of explaining what she's saying, suddenly words become almost like distorted in your brain, and you're like, wait, what did you just say? And then she's like pointing and gesturing, and what did you just say? And yes, everybody D10.
Don't get a saving. Happen.
No, it's a wild magic effect.
I'm gonna stand always away from you. Now on. I'm so tired of just getting.
You're not getting hurt.
Wait,
Okay, good.
No. Roll a d8.
Nah, it's
Alright,
fine.
alright.
No. So, suddenly, as you're kind of confused, you're like, what the fuck is she talking about? And you just start sprinting in one direction. LR, what did you roll?
10.
Oh, no.
Okay. And then, Rhea, what did you roll?
I got a 2.
Okay. So, you just kind of, like, stare blankly, and you just see... So, LR, you're fine. You just see Rhea kind of, like, go complete, like... and you see Cascade run off into a direction fog. And about 6 seconds later, Cascade's like, wait, where are you guys? And... because your mind comes back to you. And Rhea, her mind comes back to her as well. He casts confusion on everyone.
That means that Pass Without Trace is only active on... I don't know... Not going... like, hide.
Cascade?
I can't hear...
Where are you? Oh, you can't hear things out of it?
Well,
Did you see what direction he ran?
Yeah, you can. No, you use all your movement. You don't use all your dash action. And, yeah, you use movement.
Okay.
So, you're 30 feet away.
Did you see which direction he ran?
Yeah, he ran that way. Was it worth it?
Yes, I got it. I got a 21. I found this. See? Now we
and
can
it's
continue.
more of that fabric you found.
See?
Kind of lying randomly in the middle of the room.
I
Thought you were supposed to be the detective. And then he just walks off as I'm talking.
No, I walked back. If I was only 30 feet away, I'm back.
Yeah.
Oh,
sure, I'd probably bump into you because I can't see you because there's Pass Without Trace. It's like, oh, Cass, you alright?
Sorry, this time I'll do it. You guys just stay further away. My mother always told me I was filled with chaos. Like, you know, the waves and the tides. I don't know what I'd call that effect.
We're a little hurt, but...
Yes, I'm sorry. I was hoping it would be the healing one. That would have been fantastic.
A normal situation.
I've healed somebody once. I cast a fireball. I was training. And then my nan, whose arm was broken, she was all better. The fuck is going on?
You're not in that alleyway.
I know. I was looking at you guys as I was talking, and I just see flicking on the right side of my screen.
All right. So, one final success is all you need to find your objective.
Alright, stay back. Like 10 feet away.
Oh, no.
You got a 1.
Okay. So, listen. This is going to be metagame, so you don't have to answer this. Auburn succeeded. If I succeed, does his 1 negate that?
You would find where you're supposed to go, and something bad would happen.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to do it with advantage.
Just like it did last time.
And thank God I did. I guess it matters. 18.
Yeah.
And how far away did you guys go when I said, and you guys just see this channeling power in me?
No more than the fog. Fog is real.
You could see each other like perfectly fine within like 30 feet. Yeah.
He's probably not actually that worried about it.
Miffed. Oh, that's not the right dice.
Getting grumpy.
Alright, so
Cascade.
we're going to see if he's going to be more mad. 75.
Let's see.
Cast this.
It's every time he does certain things. Yeah.
Yes. I'm giving myself
so-
advantage on these investigative checks.
Let's see, 75. Jeez, why does it take so long to load?
Right. Any creature that ends its feet within 5 feet of me is blinded. I glow with a bright light for 30 feet.
Within 5. No. Oh, 75 to 76. Yeah. It's goddamn. So yeah, you are this works perfectly. You begin investigating, and like it's now 3 o'clock. And you find yourself at the edge of a sewer manhole, which is open, and you see tufts of fur that are attached to like the metal rungs and like pieces of the manhole cover, which is nearby, kind of like flipped upside down. And as you find this, actually, I'll just say, oh yeah, as you find this, a beautiful bright light begins emitting from Rhea. How long?
For
1 minute. Okay.
yeah.
So you just start seeing this. Rhea's glowing.
It's a reddish white light. Looks like shimmering feather.
Is there something that maybe you let me retroactively add to our progress so far?
Sure.
I forgot, just because I'm not so well versed with some of my features yet, I forgot that my quill that I can summon as part of my subclass, I can ride on any surface. Would you allow me to say that I've kind of marked our way
Sure.
as we've come, so that if we need to retreat and then come back, at least I know where we are?
Sure.
And it stays until I wave the feather of my quill over it to wipe it away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I just wanted to add.
What do your markings look like?
There's that whole thing I was reading about how wizards like code their spell books and things like that when they're, and I was thinking, what would Auburn's code be? And I think it's gonna be in whatever like the equivalent of American football would be in Diff, and it would be strategy plays based on that. Because he's a bit of a musclehead, so it's gonna be coded according to that, but in form of direction.
Well, they have yeah, rugby. Rugby is a popular sport.
Yeah.
And
So it'd be rugby positions and calls and things like that.
Sure.
Yeah. And in just like oddest places, so it wouldn't make sense, I guess.
Auburn is a bit of a tsundere when it comes to Amelia. I think in my head, like, I'm not trying to like write that. So I was just thinking like you're making your cipher, whatever. Like, all right, it's got to be something nobody would think of, something I hate. I'm going to use Amelia. It just adds to it. How'd you break my cipher? How'd you know I hated her that much? Dude,
but yeah, that's
all you talk about.
Yeah, so in like anything that's not his grimoire that he keeps on him, any other work that he does is coded in anything that might be easily accessible by public. But yeah, that's and we're here, and then there's this bright light all of a sudden.
Yeah, what do you guys do?
Yeah, you feeling?
Rhea's
glowing. Right? Yeah,
I'm blinded, wouldn't I? Is anybody within
blind.
5 feet? No.
I think doesn't it specify creature?
Any creature that ends its turn with 5 feet of me.
Can't end your turn within 5.
Well,
sorry, you can't end your outside of. I guess it. But if. How long does it?
Just
1
a minute.
Yeah.
A minute.
Right. I don't think it would blind me because it's an effect that I'm doing. It'd be like shining a spotlight outward.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry, you're correct. Yeah, because the light is radiating.
Yeah.
Smart. So yeah, wild magic is weird.
Yeah. No, you're not within 5 feet of me. I thought you went back like 10 feet.
No, I said I wouldn't have cared.
Oh.
About standing right by you.
Well, you're only blinded at the start of your turn, so for 6 seconds, because I would fly up as soon as it happened. No, you're only blinded if you... ends your turn
yeah,
within 5 feet. It's
okay,
blinded
so
till the end of its
Brandon,
next turn.
Yeah. End of its next turn. So 6 seconds. So he flies up. There's this bright, shining beacon. And,
Definitely not gonna get any fucking attention.
yeah. So, about a minute later, Rhea comes down.
Oh,
And, yeah, everything seems to be fine. What do you guys?
I'm sorry about that.
Do?
I've had that one happen before, so I knew as soon as I started lighting up,
All right.
you guys would be blinded. So I wanted to get, as far away from you as I could.
Trace.
Goosh.
Did you see something? Oh.
Oh, is that like a
Can you hear
T-Rex
that?
style?
Yeah.
We might want to leave. I think they might have seen me. I mean, they're kind of hiding us now.
You hear the bending of metal below you.
Sorry, my internet cut out.
Just repeat all of the noises you made.
Your noises?
Sorry, just go over the last 30 seconds.
Abred, we're hearing loud noises, loud bangs. Have you ever seen the movie I can't think of a good pun.
What's the movie?
Wild Wild West.
Jurassic Park. What would be good? Edition 3. Cholt Park. Yeah. Have you seen?
We're hearing this come from below us.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear the breaking, like, as if, like, a metal thing is broken and snaps, like a ping, and, like, you hear the bending of metal, and it's getting closer as it comes up.
But we do have pass without trace.
Yeah, you do have pass without trace.
For right now. We should go somewhere,
hi.
though, like, right now.
Alright, let's... There, and then I'm just gonna point in one direction if there's, like, an alley or boxes or
Sure,
something.
yeah, there's, I mean, like, you're in a kind of, like...
Let's trap ourselves in an alley as I
enclosed
follow back.
There are several buildings around you. They're all pretty decrepit, but, like, they seem solid-ish.
Yeah, we'll just find one of them that seems solid-ish to hide.
Yeah. You go in to what looks like a 3-story building that is round, and the rafters up above you are like bent in, and there's set like 3 different tiers, and there seems to be like the remains of an old bar a little ways away from the entrance, and there's rubble piled onto like what seems to be some sort of well-like feature in the center of the building, and but it seems very well constructed, and I know you got it. And from your hiding spot, you could see just the very edge of the the manhole, or the person hole, as they say nowadays. Sorry. A massive claw comes out, and it almost like sinks its nails into the stone itself, like catching purchase on like pieces of cobblestone and like the grout in between, and it pulls itself in, and its head kind of wriggles out in kind of like how a cat could fit through like a really small area, kind of like that kind of thing with its arm, and it's just huge vermin teeth, giant, like rat ears and glowing red eyes, and its teeth are covered in saliva and blood, and it pulls itself to reveal like a slightly smaller, like oddly shaped arm that is still huge and massive, like as big as any one of you guys, and a giant like deformed, stitched together chest full of mottled hair, and finally its enormous rat tail comes behind it, you know, as its huge rat feet get out of the manhole. And there's a just completely lacking any sort of intelligence or understanding, sweeping its eyes back and forth, just looking, and as it looks past you, you could see its eyes are like moving very quickly, almost trying to like find purchase on something. This creature is revealed before you.
You get that stereotypical, like, really small eep before I cover my hands, or cover my mouth with my hands. Like, I've seen were-rats before and rat people, but nothing this size.
You definitely have not.
And so it's shocking to me. And so, like, I make a quick noise, cover my mouth as, quickly as I realize.
Alright. What do you all do?
That's a big fuck.
Hide.
You are hiding.
Hiding it.
From what we can see, can I surmise? Because you used a word, so, and if that's what we see, I want to surmise if this thing's been put together. It's an amalgamation of different
Roll
creatures.
an Arcana check.
9.
A 9? It seems obvious that that's the case, but you're not sure how these mechanisms have been brought together. It's all rat. It definitely all seems like rat pieces. But for some reason it's distorted, bloated, enormous.
Should we try to attack this one before he meets back up with the others? It's just one. The rats like to swarm.
I don't know, Ray. I'll be honest. You've shagged me quite good. I'm not in a position to take another fight right now.
I'd stay quiet.
The creature smelling the air, trying to find something, and I would like everybody. Actually, it's going to. What is your guys' passive perception or passive stealth right now, including pass without a trace?
14.
Because it's using its sense of smell currently.
22. I think I do that right. So it's 12 plus 10.
Okay.
Oh, I have to add 12 to it? Or
No,
10.
Yeah.
24.
All right. Let me 24. So 24 and 19 and a 22.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. It sniffs the air. It sniffs the area that you all were standing, like very closely, and like even like this giant kind of like pocked tongue lolls out of its mouth, and it licks the cobblestones that you all were standing on and continues to sniff, but it doesn't seem to find anything. Go ahead, Rhea.
I'm going to cast Firebolt as far as I can to a random building with Subtle Spell.
Oh. Okay, so you can
when it's turned around. So, let's say we're looking directly at it. When it's looking to the left, I want to shoot the firebolt to the right, so
sure.
can't see the origin of the firebolt.
So you could see almost certainly, like probably 100 feet out, but it's like very foggy. You know, like you're not sure what the makeup of that is. But yeah, with Subtle Spell, they can't detect where it was cast from, right?
I don't know that. That's what I was saying. I just want to wait till he's turned away from
Sure.
us and shoot in the opposite direction.
I think that's how subtle spell works, doesn't it?
It's just without somatic or verbal. Or if,
okay.
So
Somatic or
it's just
verbal.
a quiet spell.
Okay. Oh,
so I don't want him to see where it's cast from.
Then it would see it would see where it was cast from. But yes, it is turned around. It's kind of like looking around once again, like its eyes are just like moving around wildly in its skull, and it turns away. You cast subtle spell just at a direction of one of the buildings down the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so about like 100 feet down, you could see, or 120, right?
It's 120. That's what I say. As far as I can, I just don't know what's in our way.
You go kind of like kitty corner, and boom, cast something, and roll a destiny die. Just a d20.
19.
19. It catches something on fire. So something begins. You see it catch on fire, but the creature just smells it, the smoke immediately, and turns its head and begins barreling faster than you would think that a big creature like this might be able to travel at. And it's all four like lopsided running with its smaller arm and larger arm just pulling itself forward, like breaking off pieces of cobblestone into the ground, and you hear a giant crash 120 feet away. What are you guys doing?
I gesture to them like,
no, really?
Wherever's safe. Not in the middle. Go.
Let's
somewhere.
I think we need to head back. Let's go back. We know where to come. I've left a trail.
Go back tomorrow, bright and early?
Yeah.
Right, but if we get back before nighttime.
Yeah.
It's 3 p.m. right now.
Yes, we've got about 2 or 3 hours before darkness.
5 or 6 hours to get here.
We didn't know which way we were going.
We were looking. It's not the same as knowing the path.
Yes, he marked it.
We can try.
About how far away would we say? Would we know?
If you wanted to get back to that door, and you haven't seen any other entrances up into the large, like spires, the towers.
Yeah.
If you wanted to get back there, I'd say it'd probably take maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours possibly, depending on how fast you go, depending on if you see anything along the way.
Right.
It almost certainly will be dark by the time you get there.
What do you think,
we have nowhere safe to stay here, unless we find a random house.
What time of year did I say
3.
it was? No, what time of year did I say it was? Like late summer?
Fall? Yeah, I think it was almost fall.
Almost fall, so yeah, it's a little darker, getting darker a little earlier. So maybe it wouldn't quite be dark if you were able to beeline it straight there. It wouldn't quite be like 100% dark, but you also know that there are fucking giant swarms of rats and obviously these fucking things around. So you also begin to hear frustrated yelling down about 120 feet away as crashes of, pieces of things start going.
We either need to find a safe place to stay tonight or head back.
I say we go back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I think we're just gonna run our way back.
Okay.
Well, I mean, in a fashion to not draw attention to ourselves.
Sure.
Yeah.
Walk back.
With that, I think we will take a little bit of a break. Does that sound good?
Sure.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. We will be back shortly. Get some water. Yeah, and we will see what happens on their way back. If anything, we'll see.
Yeah.
We're live.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome back.
Hi.
Hey, I didn't introduce our name earlier. It's Lightborn, another one.
Also, I need to make sure I play the music at the end again.
Yeah. Oh, man, imagine if we had an AV.
Be pretty sick.
Be pretty sick. Oh, shit. Hello, everyone. Everyone in chat. How are you doing?
Pretty weird. Alright, I'll think about it later.
So you all find yourself wandering through the fog, aimlessly, without any direction. No, just kidding. I will say, for the sake of brevity, that you all, and not recycling content, that you all do make it back. It is just about nighttime, as there is, it took like an extra hour because there were a surprising number. It seems like all of the beasts get a little bit more active as the daylight ends and the night grows nearer. But you were able to successfully navigate your way without, especially with the use of Pass Without Trace, without alerting anything and having to fight anything. So we will say also that you are able, Rhea, to go fly up, get those guards, come back down.
So you'd have them have combat trying to fight it while I'm racing up trying to find the guard.
I was thinking about it. I'm not going to make that happen.
Yet.
And then the iron doors open. You are able to go back up. Do you have any idea of what you would like to do for the rest of the day?
Take a long bath.
It is pretty dirty down there.
Yeah. I think we're just gonna much, at least for Auburn, much of the previous night, we're sketching, compiling, making a note as best as I can of this big creature that we saw. Going back to that tavern, I'll pay the gold this time. So the 4 gold if nothing changes.
Shiori goes up to you all, noticing that you smell like high heaven. Man, it looks like you've been fighting a lot of rats down. You smell like it.
A little bit.
Now, there's this little business that I know just down the way. It has hot tubs, baths, things like that. Provisions for cleaning yourselves so you don't have to, dirty up my basins. Shed over there.
Are you paying for it?
Hell no.
Then I'll
Do you think
dirty up
I
your
am?
basins as I please. No. All right. I head
Go
there.
find this hot tub sauna place.
Oh, before I do, I'm going to go look for a rookery to send a letter.
So just a postman.
I thought you were looking for a boyfriend.
I don't date owls.
There is indeed an office for post.
Okay.
But it's not closed or anything. What was I going to say?
They have a dress code, and we don't meet the hygiene standard.
You just go in and you could fucking send a letter. Jesus Christ. I was going to try and make it sound... There's post offices in the world that take your post to other places in the world. It's a pretty standard procedure. I don't have to gussy it up with magic and shit.
So I take out a magical quill and...
Sounds great.
I write a letter to my mom.
Oh, okay.
And let her know that we made it here. We've been doing investigation. There's a giant fucking rat made an amalgamation of other rats, and we're going back tomorrow to see if we can figure out more. It is all very formal. Like, it's not like a daughter's letter to her mother. It's, subordinate to her commander. So it's very, very, it'd be humorous if you looked at it. So, it's run by the day. We talked to, this person. We talked to this person. We did this investigation. We fought these rats. We found a rat that's, this amalgamation of other rats. We made it back, and, just all these normal things. And then all of a sudden, Frankenrat.
I turned my compressor back on because it's getting warm in here.
You're good.
But you do so. They do explain to you that it may be difficult to get the letter directly to the other side, but since it is a ceasefire currently, they might be able to do so. They actually have a large number of letters to the Aarakocra side of the city that have been building up over the years that they have only been able to kind of alleviate some of every so often. But they assured you that they would be trying their best to get your letter.
Well, if you could get this one through expedited, when we head back, I'll take some with me.
Well, all right then. And they kind of nod their heads, and we will try our best. And
Thank you. And I flick them a gold.
Thank you kindly. And yeah, your business is done there.
And then I head towards the bath.
Okay. The baths are interesting, because unlike in a place like over in Nevada, we had hot springs, and they have hot springs in Japan and things like that. There are no natural hot springs in elevated cities, above the coasts of oceans. But there seems to be just this large, open tower that, how some towers are like skinny and then they kind of bulge out and go up and to a point? It's like that, and the entire first floor is open to the air but the fog still doesn't kind of like pass these man-made structures. But you could see out onto the city, and it's actually quite a nice view. Lights flicker from the residential areas of the northeastern portion of Shroudmoor, and there seems to be one of those giant Titanic statues between you and the rest of the residential area, and it actually is this very soothing, beautiful look as the sun sets beyond the fog. Purples and pinks kind of alight the area in this interesting and beautiful display of colors. The sauna itself, the open doors bolstered by these large, thick pillars of wood that are carved and intricate, like snake and dragon patterns, is filled with rocks that culminate in a large pool in the center, with a couple small pools to the sides. There are bamboo and other ferns and things like that have been planted all around that stick up out of the rocks, and have been cultivated. Apparently, you see it now. A couple of druids are cultivating these plants as they get prepared for the evening's customers. Above you, you see more of these. People are flying up and down instead of walking upstairs. There are no stairs to the upper floors, but there seem to be private pools, all of which are connected in kind of like this waterfall that goes all the way down to the center pool, which culminates in the falling water, and they assure you as you enter that there are cleansing spells to make sure that the water is clean all the way down. But this is where you find yourselves. There's steam in the air, which almost matches some of the fog on the outside, and you see yourself into this relaxing pool. What are you doing? Is there anything that you would like to look for? Or
So sorry, but to understand it, just to summarize kind of what you described. Apart from the private pools, there's one main pool area. So like, there's the public, and then there's like the private.
the private ones, I mean, you could go up there if you wanted to, if you could fly. But
okay, but they're just like still public, but smaller ones, and then there's one.
Yeah,
big
smaller, like more private. Like they're private in that they are generally, they're secluded. Right.
Yeah. Okay. So more like jacuzzis and not one big pool.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I think Auburn's just happy to be like. How active is it?
As you get in there, it's a little earlier in the night, and the staff kind of inform you. And this is a public area, by the way. This is not. Anybody can come in here and enjoy these. Private things include like paid services are like getting cleaned by other people and like bathed with and massaged, things like that. For Aarakocra that are molting, they clean your pinion feathers and things like that and help you molt. It's pretty common practice. But yeah.
It's okay to pay for it, all right? Sometimes you just need to pay for it.
I mean, all right. I wasn't judging you. But I'm happy with just the public side. I'm just gonna go right in. I'm just gonna sit down.
Yeah.
You do so.
And then I'd possibly find a place where I can bring my book with me, so that it doesn't get like super wet, and then I'll be still in the bath taking notes. It's magically reinforced. I'm not worried about it getting like damp, but I still don't want to drop it.
Right. There are actually kind of like wooden like platforms that you step onto and then step into the pool. So you could just kind of like lean onto the platform, and you're about halfway out of the pool, like as you're drying, kind of standing. But you see, as you're sitting there soaking, relaxing, Cascade, I'm sure, is enjoying himself being in the water for the first time in a long time. You see every rank of kind of like noble people, all the way from the highs to the small little short barn owl folks with their geese. Everybody's coming and enjoying the area. There are some children. There are some kind of like elderly who are stooped and they don't seem quite able to fly, so they take up kind of like the public area and a couple of the other private pools on the lower floor. And it catches your eye that what's the name? That Lord Shingitsu and his retinue actually arrive in the pool in the area as well.
I don't think Auburn would want to go out of his way to get his attention, but if he'd be looking at him and wait to see if he looks our way and then just give him a nod. That'd be the kind of social cue he's going for here.
He does notice you, and Moko is the one, his servant is the one that in particular kind of like points you out, and he walks over in your direction and says, attend me, if you will. And he flies up, and you don't really know how to get there, but
I fly up.
Yeah, you go ahead and fly up, and Moko says, "Oh, worry not," and then he taps you, and he casts fly on both of you.
Let's go, old bird.
Oh, I adventured from time to time when I was younger. Everyone does. I know a
Well,
thing or two.
if you happen to have this written on a scroll somewhere, I'd much appreciate it. And then push off.
Oh, it's all up here.
Shame.
So, you guys can fly for the next hour.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna
Now
fly
isn't
right
that
up and
much
fall.
more convenient?
Alright.
And
Where we
as you go up, you notice that Shingitsu is going all the way to the top. He does not stop or pause. Um,
One question I have before we proceed: what is the dressing etiquette in here?
I mean, they're not wearing clothes.
Yeah,
and
I took mine
Okay.
off at the entrance and handed it to
I just want to know whether I'm flying up in like a towel or just bald
You could
feet
be if
flying
you
up.
You
wanted
could have a
to.
towel. Yeah,
Balls
I
flapping.
handed you a towel.
It's either.
The attendants are washing our clothes while we're bathing.
Yeah.
Ball freeing it all the way, commandoing it up top.
Yeah. And you get odd looks, but less that you're naked and more that you are a being
Like,
that,
yeah.
yeah. Cascade, you feel like you're swimming in air. It's nice. Do you go up as well?
As
And
we're flying up, oh no, you're muted. I was gonna ask a question.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say to Cascade is like, can you bathe? Like, what happens to your body? You're made of water, aren't you?
Most
You're
of us
blue.
are mostly made of water.
Right, but we have protective, layers.
It's like
Do you?
elemental stuff, you know? Elemental water. This is supernatural water. Like, not supernatural, like, very natural water. Like, it's not distilled or anything weird.
Now, what about, does it mess with your internal ecology? Like, what if this were salt water? Would that affect your body?
My guess is that it'd be more exfoliating.
You still got
Strange.
skin and organs, bones.
Right.
It's just more.
Do I just get, like, a little crankier? Because I'll be salty for a while.
No, I was just wondering. It's weird.
It's a
Because,
good
like,
question. I mean,
if you put him in, like, a vat of skin, like, does he get more skin? I don't know.
if we put you in a vat of feathers, do you get?
That's what I was gonna say, but I was like, no, that's not really equivalent.
Neither is a
The
vat of
skin isn't either. You're right. I don't know. As we're flying up behind this, super wealthy, regal. I've never been this high. Usually we stop right here as we pass like the third level.
Yeah, and there's like 5 more levels, and he's at the top. And there's one bath, as it were, there, and it's large enough for probably like 10 people. But you'll be pretty adorable, Kitty.
Kitty.
I'm thinking of Kitty, but I know it's Phoenix. He's adorable. I love it. But yeah, you all land there. You're all pretty decently snug, and Shingitsu is very large, as if you recall, and he is not taking up like the majority of it, but definitely taking up his own corner. And Makoko flies up and kind of lands almost a little clumsily outside the pool, and he's dressed still, but he says, "Is there anything that you might need?"
Could you call some attendants for us?
I am your attendant while you are
Well,
with Lord Shingitsu.
even for preening? It's been a while.
I will get the appropriate people.
Thank you.
And
For you, would you like, and I gesture to them too, they're included. Any services you'd like?
we don't really molt or just. I gave myself a good scrubbing earlier.
I want 3 people.
You want 3 people?
Yeah.
For what?
They will bathe you. This area.
No, I want
Once
to play
you get
cards.
above,
I want to play pitch.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna play cards in the pool or in the
Well,
pool
next
in the
to the
bath.
pool. I'll be in the bath, and they'll play cards with me, and we'll have fun.
Well, I think we're going to be talking to him. The
Oh.
attendants will preen you and clean you while we're
no.
talking.
No, I like washing my own parts.
Okay. Sometimes you just can't reach. Your beak just can't get far enough.
Yep.
Moko freaking goes, and he swoops down, and Shingetsu looks at the three of you, and his attendants aren't in the pool. They're like, sitting at the thing. They're relaxed in kind of nice, relaxing chairs besides the pool. But he says, it seems as though the investigation has begun. I am aware that you have visited this morning and continued on your destination from the bottom of the spire next door. How's it going? Have you found anything?
I think it's easier if I show you, and I'm gonna, pull up next to him with some of the sketches and just walk him through kind of the journey and what we've seen today, and end with the giant rat beast. And we think that down there in the sewer system or something is our next clue. It was just a little beat, so we figured we played safe. No point in us dying, and then we're not able to solve the mystery.
That is true. At first, when I saw you here, I was infuriated that you weren't out looking for my daughter's killer, but at the same time, you are only a man, or, a few men and a lady.
Right. I'm pretty, and then I'm gonna do like a light flex. Pretty strong, but I'm not meant to be on the front line, really. I can punch my way out to a tavern brawl, but this is something else.
I'll tell you, fighting in battle is the most exhilarating thing that you will ever experience, but it is also the most frightful. Yes, even I am afraid those moments. Not so much for me, myself, for it is my duty to die. Those that I serve, and for the community that I find myself a part of. But no, I'm afraid for my only daughter now. My lady, my family. What will they do without me? I wonder that. Anyway.
Sometimes fear is good, because then it lets you make the decisions that keep you here.
True. What about you all? Do you all have family?
Yes, you know my mother.
Do I?
Yes. Lady Ebonnale?
Brianna Ebonnale is your mother.
Yes. She sent me here as a token of good faith. Also, I love your cat.
Yes, he's quite talkative.
Seems like
everybody
we talk to has a cat. You
They're
owl folk are very
here. They're
yes.
luck thing. And you get a sense that he knows what you know about Redbeak. You're braver than I initially believed you to be. To admit something so dangerous.
Yes, there are things that need fixed.
And you
And-
believe that you have the power to fix them?
One way or another. If not me, then them two.
I don't know if I would have the stomach, but
We'll see what happens when it happens. We were ordered to deliver him dead, but we'll see if it comes to that.
It's gonna be by my hands. Given that it has to be either me or Cascade here, it's gonna be by my hands. Cascade doesn't. We prefer not.
you all know my position. Obviously, I
Indeed.
wish him dead. But
Yes.
I'm beginning to appreciate your candor, very straightforward way of speaking. While my culture is fantastic, I love it, we can also be somewhat concealing of our true intentions and emotions, and indeed, often we are. I simply hope that your mission is a success, one way or another. And you, family? Blue one.
I think Cascade was created. Weren't you summoned in a ritual by some elves?
I don't know. I don't really remember before then.
So you didn't grow up with people of your kind?
No, mostly elves. And then it's only recently become other creatures, you know.
Have you ever seen Aarakocra before, or Elffolk?
That one time in the bar we saw a vulture, a Aarakocra. They look like vultures. Like bald head. It might have been Redbeak's people, honestly.
Yes, I believe so. I have fought them before.
Seems
Yeah, it was
like
the first time.
at least from even on our end, they had never made their way up that high before. So it seems like Redbeak is starting to develop some ambition, widening his scope.
This is disconcerting.
I agree.
Part of the reason why we jumped at
Everything
the
we
chance
do.
to help. It's mutually beneficial.
So, the creatures that you saw down below, these abominations of rat folk and ratkin, we've not seen anything like that, as far as I'm aware. You said they used magical powers.
Right, and brains exposed.
One of them took control of her.
I can still feel a little bit of the presence in my mind.
Weird.
I could not resist it.
I didn't. It looked like a beast, because usually I can talk to rats. I don't know if I could have with these guys. They're a little
They were
too
talking
smart.
to me. They were telling me
Yeah.
to hurt you.
Too. What? Oh.
Our initial mission, just at least for myself and Cascade here, was to figure out what the fog is. That was kind of our goal while we were up there in the Sky Cities.
Somebody up top is propagating super false stuff about this place.
The fact that we don't even know you all exist. But beyond that, whatever's happening with these magical rats is not in line with the fog. So this is an external effect. Somebody else is doing this, whether it's Redbeak or whoever Redbeak's partnered with, that's with the rat.
Yeah, some guys threw us off of the Cloud City, and that's when we first encountered bird folk like yourself who didn't want to attack us.
It seems, indeed, that the world is in a complex state of affairs, and of course the fog does not make things easier. What?
that hole that the thing came out of. How
Well,
deep
it
does
was-
that have to go? You know.
The bird hole.
No, the mouse hole.
Yeah.
The rat hole, yes.
We're gonna find out, Cascade. I'm gonna have to go down there.
I mean, you're familiar with sewers and manhole covers.
That
Cascade.
big?
Oh,
That's
no.
Space. You know, it's not living in the
He
sewers.
squeezed out of it. In
Oh, that's
kind
what
of
I'm saying.
like a
Something
ferret.
that big had
Okay,
to come from like
Oh,
a
right.
place with more space, and it came from
Okay.
down, which is
Yeah.
weird. Unless the Underdark. Well, I guess we don't really know about. Do we know about the Underdark?
Yeah.
Still? Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
where
Yeah.
every
So I would assume Underdark then,
sought
honestly.
shelter, and then built up to the Sky
It's-
Cities from the Underdark.
It's like, imagine knowing about India, but you live in America, but it's 1940.
Racially motivated. Anyways,
Hey!
I don't get it.
Oh, Nick's Indian? I didn't notice. I don't
I
see
don't
that kind
see
of
people.
stuff.
I don't see color. Well, good,
Um,
because it's really just shades of gray, motherfucker. That's
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, it's as strange as it's all for all of you, and I'm motioning to Rhea as well in this. It's just as strange for us because you knew about us, but we didn't know about you. And now there's this whole complex society down here. There's this whole complex society down here, and we're trying to figure out and help solve this massive political issue, and there's some other evil bird experimenting on other birds, and do you understand the kind of headspace we're in a little bit, maybe? Watching it too?
I mean, I have not experienced your exact experience, but I've certainly been, I would say, a little bit in over my head when it comes to things, especially before I was a lord. When I was young, my father, he would get into some of the things I get into now, and with politics and war and discussions of rights and land holdings. It all becomes incredibly complex once you get to a station of my height. But I don't believe it is anything that you wouldn't be able to handle. You simply need the experience, and out here and even further out into the wilds of the fog, you will find that experience wherever your life takes you. We are familiar, as you said, with your society up there, but nothing so well known as might be
Right.
about, like we have of the Aarakocra, for instance. We know of it from travelers from the City of Cloak, especially people who have fallen and survived, crashed airships, people that were
What
brought
keeps you from
here.
going up there? You can just fly, right?
Why would I have need to go up there? I have a city
Sunlight?
down here to help run. Sunlight is...
Diplomacy? We grow a lot of crops up there, man. We could help, provide different foods for your people and stuff.
Most of you are also violent.
There's a
Not
reason,
most of us.
Cascade. There's a reason, Cascade, that we don't know about the people down here. So could you imagine if the people down here went up there? We don't know what that reason is.
We have sent a few
But
up, none
I
have
just
come back.
asked. You sent a few, and none have come
Yes.
back, so you stopped trying for hundreds of years.
About 300 or 400 people
that's
have
on our side,
gone missing.
Cascade. It's on our side. Imagine if we're preventing ourselves from knowing about their existence.
I just
if
don't know
they
how you
decide to make
prevent
them
the
social.
knowledge of flying humanoids. Other people would see them. And you can't deny their existence once you see them. They're just gotta kill off 1,000 people
What
in a
if
crowd
everyone
that see some
is?
birds.
Yes,
And
that's what I'm saying. They pushed us off for just investigating the fog.
Well, I think right now the only people that I like are you guys, and I'm just gonna stick with that. Everybody else just kind of sucks.
I agree.
I hope I do not quite fall into that category.
No, you're here. You're cool. But also the old guy, the one who helped us come up here. He's something.
And the people you're playing cards with right now.
Oh, did they come in?
Oh yeah, they're
great. Yeah, just
and Ray gets out of the bath
and
and starts getting preened randomly, and they're just like quiet servants, you know. And they're taking they have tweezers that they're like special brush tweezers that they're pulling out like these feathers and extra this, that, and the other. And Rhea by the end of it looks pristine, you know. And but you know, this is going on while you all are talking. He says, we have lots of issues here. You know, the war, as you are right to say, you know, food is well maintained. We need to make sure that we keep our stores correct for our people, especially in times of need. But the use of magic and learn techniques, it's not that big an issue. Frankly, us owl folk are quite, what is the word? We keep to ourselves for the most part. This is one of the reasons why this war is still going on. It is our duty to ensure that those who do spend their time with us, they respect us, and they have our mutual survival and respect at the forefront of their minds. We war with the Aarakocra not just over the loss of lives, but over the loss of our feelings of comfort, of safety. Their people, whether through magical means or otherwise, they have betrayed those feelings of safety. We need them to prove that they will hold up their end of the bargain once again. And he kind of gives a long look at Rhea, kind of gives a measured nod. So this is why we, as our folk, do not go up to the top. We don't need that. The Aarakocra, I'm not sure. Perhaps they like it down here as well. They don't need much else. Or if they have, like you said, sent envoys and delegations up, perhaps it is even more nefarious than you initially suspected. These people, these dwarven and gnomish overseers, you said?
Aye.
They never struck me as particularly evil, but evil knows no race. Evil knows no...
Evil is learned.
Indeed.
And I would know. I feel like I work for one of the most evilest organizations up there. We have a merit, but I would not, Cascade, I would not want to risk the lives of the people we've met so far.
Wait, what? You work for an evil organization?
Evil is a harsh word. We'll sell to anybody who pays us the most. It's all about it.
Feels very neutral to me.
Lawfully so.
Yeah. It poses its problems. I'm against some of the things we've done before, but I'm literally the lowest number.
Listen, man, I think groups of people can function truly neutrally in a really great space, but individually, that's a really hard thing to do. Because you can see your friends winning a fight, and then go, if I'm truly neutral, I'll support the losing one to balance this out. So being a true neutral creature? Scary. I'm glad you're not.
I try.
Enough. Let us talk about lighter topics. Do you like music?
Especially when I'm punching somebody in a bar, yeah. Good old tavern brawl to some backing music. Can't go wrong with
Tavern
that.
brawl, you say? Well,
Notch came out of nowhere. Sorry.
out of nowhere. Well, if that's the case, then how about this? I will get some music, and he kind of like snaps his like claw. Actually, do owlfolk have wing arms, right? They don't have the
Yeah, their
Aarakocra
arms
second
are
set of arms.
wings, yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, oh yeah, that's right, yeah.
Shit, I haven't researched owlfolk enough. Do they have hands on their wing arms?
The official release. Hang on.
It just got me caught up, like ADHD.
So I believe they're called owlins, as per Strixhaven, and they have separate arms, like Aarakocra.
Oh, they do.
Oh.
And that's the official release, but you're free to do with it as you wish. Yeah.
No, that's fine. I think that's easier. We must make things like human in order to relate to them. Sorry. I'll say no. I think that's cool though. They have arms like wing arms, but they have hands at the end of their arms, as opposed to the Aarakocra. They have wings.
Yeah.
But so he raises his hand, the water, dripping down from all of his feathers. He snaps his finger. An attendant comes. Moko does so, and he says, "Yes, my lord." Oh, yes, my lord, I should say. And he says, "Bring us a dulcimer, and as well as a drum, and find us a dueling mat." And yes, my lord. And at dueling mat, we see that somebody has a big old smile on his face. But you see several attendants bring up kind of like there is a large like round mat that's probably like 10 by 10, and it has some. Actually, I'll just make it magical. They put it on the side of the thing, and it like stiffens from like being a floppy mat to like being rigid and like sticking on the edge of the pool. The other edges of it just open to thin air, and
that can't happen. That's breaking my emerald.
Sure. And a drum, a rather large drum, is brought up with like two big, with a puff ball at the end. I don't know what they're called, sticks, and then a dulcimer is brought up as well. The two musicians coming with it, obviously, and sitting down at the edge of the pool on that wooden kind of plank, they start playing music and having a grand old time, kind of like yo. I don't know if you've heard traditional Japanese music. It's fucking cool. But Lord Shingetsu rises out of the pool wet as all get out, and he looks at Auber and he says, "I can see that you have a warrior spirit. I challenge you to a duel inside this ring." And he explains the rules, if you do accept.
I'll stand up and give him a nod. All right, lead the way.
Are you doing this unarmored?
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. And so does Shingetsu. He's not wearing his armor either. Or anything.
I mean, Oberon's got a sword with him. Is that really fair?
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
His meat sword. You guys are weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they get and they stand, across from each other, and Shingitsu says, "There's no time limit. There's no striking, only grappling and throwing.
All right.
Whoever flings the other off the side first wins."
And then I'm gonna give him like maybe like I've seen others do it. And this is probably the first time he's doing that because he's like fuck authority or anything, but he's just he doesn't want to participate in a culture without knowing it properly. And he'll give him like a little bow and be like, all right.
And he says, "No, no, no. We do this." And he does like most stance and pa pa with the feet back and forth. And he says, "Oh!" Like gestures to you to do it as well.
I'll do the same as best as I can at least.
Yeah, do it.
I can't. It's quiet hours officially.
Oh, it's quiet. Okay,
Yeah.
damn it. Yeah, give him the old dick twist. Very nice, Brandon. You silly ass. So, what is going on? Oh, sorry. I'm reading Twitch chat now. I'm getting distracted. Roll contested strength checks. Oh my god, that was a shitty roll.
That was a really shitty roll of 4.
Oh shit! He rolls an 11. He grapples you, and he is this mountain of bird, but underneath the feathers, which are watered down, he's pretty thin.
Yeah.
He's not like he's a lot more lithe than
Right. I've seen the wet owls, like owls after a bath. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just.
Yeah, they're kind of, but he is. You still feel like the corded, like hard muscle underneath the feathers that are now choking your neck. And go ahead and make contested strength throws.
Please be good. Oh, good. 18.
Oh, he beats you with a 19. He's not even fucking with you. So he cinches this thing on under your neck, his feathers draping over your chest and body, and kind of like sticking to you in this kind of uncomfortable way. It's like you're starting to pass out. You got one more chance. All right. Ooh.
I rolled a 1 again.
You rolled a natural 1. You rolled a 15. Yeah. As you begin passing out, he kind of like twists his hip to be on your back, and then just kind of careens you off the side of his hip and flings you in the air, tumbling, flipping. Roll a Constitution saving throw to see for how long you're passed out, because he just choked the shit out of you.
17.
Okay, you actually wake up almost instantly, and for a second you almost forget that you could fly, but you are careening towards, flipping over and over again towards this other pool that a few people were like looking up at the fight, and
his ass headed their way.
Yeah, and like flinging helicoptering dong as you fly into the air. What do you do for?
Am I able to stop myself?
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop myself, and then I'm gonna go right back, land, and go like a big smile on my face again.
Roll contested strength checks.
Let's go. I won't do this too long.
Yeah.
You gotta be pissed fucking me, dude. This is the 3rd one I've rolled.
Oh my god. So he kind of like, you go in after him, and he like an experienced wrestler, you kind of like go at his waist, but he sprawls out his legs, and like his little chicken legs kind of spread out really wide, and he pushes you down, and you're technically grappled. Contested strength checks.
Here we go. Please. Let's go, baby. Oh, sick. 18.
18, you actually beat him that time. You are able to twist your hips up and kind of like make some space and push out. Now you're in an equal position again. Roll. Oh, God, you're fucked.
23.
23!
He rolled a nat 20.
You rolled a natural 20? Okay, so you clasp, and like you hit your hands, and like you're trying to like force each other back and forth, and he takes his hand off and he smacks your chest, and then you take your hand off and you smack his chest, and then he kind of like backs up and you push him and roll one more check.
Okay. Maybe 14.
That does it. He rolled a 13. He has +5, by the way. So he barely.
I'm competing.
He barely. And you push him, and you push him off. But he responds quickly, and doesn't even fall like an inch off the platform. He just whoosh with these wet feathers, and hundreds of droplets of water spray into your face and into into the pool and around you, and it's this like beautiful display of winged beauty of this albino white snow owl, as he sits there and he kind of looks at you with a wry smile and he says, "Good. Ha 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 ha. Now we need drinks." And from there, you all can enjoy drinks and get fucked up. And if you would like to finish your night that way and end up somewhere, probably in the tavern, you certainly may do so. If anybody else would like to do anything, maybe ask questions or explore or do something else, get done with the spa, please let me know.
I'd be good. I'd probably spend a lot of the night talking to what's his name? The servant.
Oh, Moko?
Moko, yeah.
Yeah, Moko, he's quite nice with you. What do you have any questions that you'd like to ask?
Like him? No, just nothing in general. Just talking about how he got his magic and any advice towards making it work the way that you want it to. Kind of hinting about wild magic, but not directly.
I learned all my magic books. You say that you just have it naturally.
Yes, all of the spells that I know, I feel like as I grow, I know more, but I've never learned any.
Rare in both Aarakocra and Owlfolk society. Are you familiar with your family heritage?
On my mother's side, yes.
And your father...
Yes, I do not know much of his history.
Perhaps you will get the chance to ask him.
I'll have to find him first.
Indeed. Just don't be afraid to experiment. Things happen. All wizards make mistakes. But I heard your sorceress origins. You folks have it rough for the first few years, but once you figure it out, you're very powerful.
I hope so. Thank you. Yes, Cascade, did you have something you wanted to say? Oh.
All right.
I think he's been smoking the underweed.
The underweed, exactly. I'm sorry. Cascade, did you want to do anything?
Find someone to buy underweed from?
Oh yeah, totally. No, it's a service. It's a service here at the spa.
Oh great.
Every
Household
once in a
weed
while,
delivery, just like I like.
Did you guys canonize it?
It's from Tyler's campaign.
Oh, is it? Is
Yeah.
it from Tyler's
Oh,
campaign?
dude, my homebrew has an
We're stealing
Amsterdam. The home of
Yeah.
a thing. One of my players named it race grass, which is like a Swedish term for weed, and so
Nice.
I love when that makes me very happy.
That's funny. But yeah, you all find yourselves after kind of a disturbing morning and afternoon. You have wound down with a fun evening of body songs and foreign languages, drinking and
Oh,
underweed.
I play an
Yes,
instrument.
Cascade.
Oh, the one thing I do pointedly with smoke monsters when I find underweed is make little recreations of that scary rat and then squash it. To like,
Yeah.
like mentally get over how disturbing it was to try and like humanize it like that creature in Harry Potter. You just imagine it as something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
a boggart.
It's
Yeah,
boggart. I'm boggarting it.
There you go. Smart mental exercises to get you through your next encounter. All right. So, anything else?
No?
I want you guys to do stuff if you want to do it. I love hearing it, but I keep asking, so it makes it sound like, you know what I mean?
Tell me what
Like
you're
awkward.
doing.
What are you doing? Tell me what you want. What you really want. No, my
I
character is
cannot
really just.
hear you, LR.
I was gonna say I'm used to being
Right,
alone
yeah.
more than this. So normally part of my training is to be alone for a lot of time, and being around people all the time. He probably takes every moment he can to keep up with his
Just to
introvert.
relax, yeah.
Yeah, recharge.
Maybe not on this arc, but at some point, a thought crossed my mind during the session. I want to, I think during our downtime while we're down here, I want to experiment with what constitutes a shelter for the purposes of keeping the fog out. So,
Sure.
what's the bare minimum besides like an enclosed space like a tent? Like, does it have to be? Could it be like would a cardboard box suffice, for example?
Sure.
You know, that's something I want to. Nothing right now.
Can I help you with that?
Of course, yeah. It's
I
not
can
something. It's
swap in
hardly
mold
expensive.
earth, and we can learn how to make a mobile fog-safe shelter
Yeah.
out of mold earth.
Yeah.
Foggers.
Yeah, discussing some of those plans, some of my thoughts with Cascade and Rhea as we're probably winding.
Sure.
New discoveries of the fog. Because I'm like, I've
Sure.
noticed it doesn't enter these buildings, so what counts as a building? What counts as a dwelling? Is it vampire rules? Does it have to be vampire?
Come on in,
Is it
Todd.
vampire rules? So, you fall asleep, find yourselves waking up in the morning, and you, once again, it is 8 o'clock when you set out. I'm not going to make you guys fight anything on the way. We could say, for the sake of funness, that, you know, a few swarms of rats kind of like get you along the way, and you firebolt the fuck out of them, you know. But you are rested and well, well prepared for the day. I want you to roll. Somebody roll a d6. Glenn, roll a d6. A 1. It only takes you, amazingly enough, 1 hour to get to the spot. But you find yourself in that same kind of like hiding spot, and it is 9 a.m. You find yourself in that same kind of little hiding spot, looking over the manhole, which still the pooled up cobblestones from the day before as this creature ran. And, there also seems to be that there was a fire at some point that spread somewhat out of control for a short time. And probably about like half the block opposite you is just cinders, and it's still kind of burning a little bit, but it is died down by now.
It's one of a hell of a distraction, Rhea.
It's definitely got him off our trail.
Are there signs that it might still be around on the surface?
I think the best way to say that is it came from down below. You didn't kill it. You don't see it around.
That's what I was afraid of.
Let's go look underneath.
I guess we're gonna have to. I'm strong today. I feel good. What about you, Cascade? Yeah. All right. And then I'm just gonna walk up and examine this manhole to see about getting down.
You see that there are metal, like, or they be pedestals or rungs. That's the
Yeah.
rungs of the ladder. There are metal rungs. Glenn, just there are metal rungs that lead down into the darkness, but you could also see very clearly that some have been snapped. But you don't think. Yeah, there are metal rungs that lead down into.
Are we able to see the bottom, or is it just dark?
It's too dark, even in the
Okay.
daylight.
I just want to check if I have something. I don't. I'm gonna test my weight on the metal rung.
Seems to hold you. They are
You
not
can
rusted. They are conspicuously not rusted. It seems odd that they're obviously this old and they're not rusting or corroded.
Interesting. Obviously you can just fly down. Cass, be careful. Wait until I reach the bottom. Just don't want to put too much weight on this. You muted.
On what?
On this ladder, just wait until I get all the way down. I don't want to.
It looks good, man. Look at it. So there's not even a little bit of rust on it.
No, but that thing used it to get up here. Remember, might have weakened it in some areas.
Oh. Then why don't we let our bird friend do it, and then if it breaks, she can just hop off.
Because she can fly. She doesn't need to do it.
She weighs less. Should be safer.
We'd still need to get down there somehow.
Okay.
Oh.
And I think I think I'm just a little heavier than you, and then I'm gonna start gingerly like making my way down.
Fucking Glenn, dude. But we can do this.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're right, you know?
Yeah. It
Can't
do
say
be
no.
like that.
Yep.
Yeah. You start making your way, pitter-pattering down the rungs. And it's not really that far. It's about 40 feet. But and it opens up about 10 feet from the bottom to be like an actual like tunnel. Oh,
I see. Okay.
Right, yeah. So it's like a hole and then like
Okay.
a tunnel.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So you head down there, and it is like pitch black. You could obviously the light above you, but it's very very dark.
If I get down, can I? I would assume would anybody be looking over the hole? Yeah. If seeing whoever I see, if it's Cascade, I'm gonna send Cass a message and be like, all right, go on down.
You see this very confused look on his. he hit the deep weed too hard, dude.
You can. I'm gonna cast it again. You can respond back to me. I can see you from down here. I'm just casting a cantrip called Message.
What are you talking about?
Telepathically.
Am I talking back to you?
Rhea?
Am I head?
Rhea, it's all good down here.
Ray is just like pushed.
I fly down.
Yeah, okay, so she flies down. It's kind of awkward, like you try to like kind of like hover downward, but you realize it's a thing, so you kind of take the rungs and then.
More like my wings are just slowing my fall by holding me to the side of the wall.
Yeah. Cascade, are you going?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was just waiting for him to go down first because he said to wait. Yeah.
He did go down.
Yeah, so once he's all the way down, I would hop down, yeah.
So you're all down there. It is very, very dark. Does anybody have dark vision?
Well, you see, the thing about that is, I don't.
It's dark.
Do Aarakocra?
None of us have dark vision.
Oh, well,
This
shit.
is the first campaign I've been in where nobody has dark vision.
Well, I mean, it's also the first campaign you played in where you couldn't be, well, not couldn't be, but are less likely to be a race that dwells underground. Living on dirt.
Dwarf.
Yeah, that's true. Elves also have it, but we chose not to be elves or dwarves.
Very dark down here. Does anybody have a torch?
You guys have like your standard explorers packs and shit like that.
I also have a candle of the deep, but everyone just looks like a candle. I just pull a candle out on one of those little metal handles with like the finger hold.
Nice. And it as he activates, well, they can't see you because it's pitch black. But as you activate it, it's actually.
I have to light it normally. It just can't be put out by being a.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So you hear, and then you see some sparks, and then the some sort of match lights, and he lights it on the candle, and the candle, or he druid crafts it, and sorry, and this glowing green light starts to emanate from it. This kind of like aquamarine, like greenish color, not a normal candle. It is eerie but useful in the area.
And
you can see.
Pull a little water out and put it around it in a small ball from my little, water skin, and you can change the color and the opacity of the water with shape water. So I would make it look like a little, not disco ball-y, like tie-dye light.
That's sick.
Couldn't you? Okay, sorry. Here's some side see, and I feel like Auburn would know this. He'd tell you. Couldn't you change the thickness or the thinness of the water around it to make it be more?
Oh, I can make more, not with this spell though.
No, like you can.
He means like refracting the light in a way where it's like brighter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can make it
so that it bounces around.
I can change how much light. I can change the opacity. So.
Is that something you'd allow, Mystic?
What's the maximum? What's the distance?
Up to 5. You can move or otherwise change water at the flow of water. So,
oh no, I'm not talking. Sorry, I'm at the candle of the deep. How far does it illuminate?
Oh, it's not a lot of light. It's a candle, so it's like half a torch,
like 5
I
feet.
think. Yeah, it's just like
okay.
5 feet light, and then
I will
an additional 5 feet dim light.
I would be willing to double that. So 10 feet bright light, 10 feet dim light.
Because then, on top of that, as an action, I could increase the opacity if we feel like we're too bright and we need lights out, and I can just darken it completely.
Yeah, I feel like
cool.
that's
fucking
cool
dope.
Use of shape water, yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard that before. That's
on
sick.
A candle of the deep.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That's so sick.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
you do it. You can see about 20 feet ahead.
It's
and
also
like,
a great party trick.
Yeah. And it's like you could see the general shape of like maybe shadows beyond 20 feet, obviously, like, but for the most part, obviously, whatever. I'm trying to explain basic D&D mechanics to you for some reason. Let me
What would happen if we put it on like I found a way to make a torch? A torch of the deep.
A torch of the deep?
Yeah.
I would double it again, man.
You gotta find a torch of the deep.
Probably just also need a stronger light source to.
Yeah.
Something that's not a candle.
I've got the sword that lights up. I'm just kidding.
Meow. He's yelling at me.
We can make a flashlight.
So what are we seeing?
I make the water around it, and then I make the end the only place that it can come out, and I make it reflective on the inside and solid on the outside, so it forces the light out for it, and we can have like a light. Your sword will become a big flashlight.
True.
Like a hooded lantern.
What's stopping us from making a flashlight? If we have a candle of the deep, even you just put that in a metal body with a glass lens. We have
a
glass.
switch on it that does nothing. It's just that's my.
It
mental
just lights
check
the flint.
to
You hit the switch and it's like a wheel, maybe that
Like
strikes
the
the flint and lights the candle.
And there's
Damn,
water
your
in there,
sword's
so I
an
can
artificer.
choose to change the opacity.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's beyond my. What's metal? What's glass?
This is what being a DM is. You just sit and watch your players make up crazy bullshit for hours on end.
Man,
and then
I
just
wish I
laugh.
was an artificer. That'd be cool. But he died. Also, I think LR is gone.
Oh, LR's dead.
Yep.
LR's dead. Oh,
Either that or he's very good at holding still.
That'd be crazy.
Well, we went down, we can see. That's about it for us. Let's see if Nick comes back.
This cat is so stupid. Look at him. He just...
Hey,
you back?
we're back.
Nice. All right, you're in a sewer. What would you like to do?
What are we seeing? Is it just empty on both ends?
Mm-hmm.
Are there markings of this creature passing on either end?
On both sides. Giant claw marks. They're unmissable.
We'll go right. I'll label one of the directions right. We'll go right.
Wait, I thought we were tracking the creature that got after the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
Not the big creature.
This is where it led us to.
Oh, it's the same path, though. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
After
go.
that trace! Whee!
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll just go right.
Just go right? All right. So. Do I want to do this?
Yes.
God damn it.
God damn it, he says. Oh. He's dead again. Poor LR. Poor LR has weird internet. It doesn't work sometimes, and we have to wait for him.
Getting pretty low. Pretty late, I mean.
Oh, is it
Maybe.
late for you guys? Okay, what time?
Yeah.
For him.
I did.
Him.
It's almost 1 o'clock for me.
Oh, it's almost 1 for you. Oh shit. I always forget that you're ahead of me.
Yeah, I didn't
did-
say anything. I was
you got
going to go
closer.
later because I showed up late, so
Gotcha.
I had no
Hey!
worries. But I am starting to get that, like, all right, I'm ready to just relax
Okay.
for the night.
You know what? If that's the case,
But you can
LR's
explain,
having
like,
yeah.
yeah.
LR's having a little internet trouble. It's getting a little later than I initially thought it was. Because I was, like, kind of confused. I was like, when should we stop? Because I have this whole next part figured out already. So, in that case, we will begin next time with the party adventuring in these dark sewers, aglow with tie-dye fun light by Cascade, and hearing in the distance, maybe it's drips of water, maybe it's the skittering of rats, or maybe it's the claws of a giant ogreish rat monster scraping against the walls of the sewer. And we'll go ahead and end it there. Play the music!
Oh.
Da da da
Yeah,
da.
Yuck.
Copyright strike.
Yeah, we're done.
That wasn't
Shut her
enough.
down.
You have to do more
Chat,
than
thank you for
that.
hanging out. Tyler, especially you. You're cute. I like you.
Good to see you, bud.
Yeah.
Did he tell you they are all moved in now?
Oh,
They're
are
in
they?
a new place?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm stoked.
He wants to buy
Oh,
an
yeah, dude.
85-inch television. I told him do
Yeah,
it.
okay, hold on.
I told him I'll
You
come
just
mount it
moved.
for him.
Give it about 2 months, bud.
He's got a full-ass living room now. It's his.
Sure, I mean, just
full-ass
like,
living
financially recuperate from the move, and then, you know, make a big financial decision like that in a little bit.
But they're like $200 now, Nick. TVs aren't that expensive anymore.
$200? What kind of fucking... Are you buying them from Wish?
I remember when I bought my first 32-inch television, it was for, if anybody could tell me the significance of this date, I would be very impressed. I bought my first 32-inch television for $200 on November 11th, 2011. Yep.
Skyrim release.
Yep. Did I tell you that, or do you know?
I didn't know that.
Figured it out. I was going
Yep.
to guess November 11th, 2011, because it was
Yep.
11/11/11.
I bought it from some random guy at Delta College.
65-inch for $400. That's not that bad.
Isn't
What
that
Yeah,
brand?
I got my
Actually, not that bad.
55
Go
for
for
like
it.
Oh,
260, and we had it
Oh,
for
yeah,
7 years.
My manager's calling me. I'll be here, but 1 second.
All right, well we can actually go. I can just turn on the music and we can peace out.
Oh,
We good?
yeah. Bye, friends.
Sweet.
See
Bye,
you
friends.
next week, hopefully.
Oh yeah, we're gonna play music, so stick around.